Wow. Wow, wow, wow. What's going on, guys? What's going on? What's going on? We're on YouTube, so no music. Should really blow Bill Clinton. I don't think that was in the things. Donica Blewinski. Is that just your is that your headcanon? That's your fan fiction? I don't remember reading about that. In the files. It was in the things. You got a link to that? I didn't see, from what I saw, it said Clinton wasn't even on the island. The emails were just that Trump is like the dog that won't bark or something, and that Clinton supposedly was not on the island. I didn't see that they did the nasty at all. But hey, it's whatever you want it to be, right? All right. Let's see. Let's see. Donald Trump blowing bubble. What is this? Okay, well, good start to the stream, I guess. Let's go. What's up? What's up? All right, let's make sure I'm centered here. Okay, decent enough. It's hard to stay within this frame. I didn't give myself a lot of room. So when I said I'm going to be doing it structured, what I'm really saying is that I want to dedicate a little bit of the beginning of the stream to just do something that's like more in line with the rest of the things that I'm going to be doing, so that I'm not just starting and then working and then ending stream and randomly doing stuff. I'll explain what that means in a bit. Let me turn on chat really quick. There we go. But let's check this out here. Why do I look so like green in my camera? I never understood that. Hold on. That is not the right button. Jesus. I mean, I guess that's better. Oh, shot, that really did that to me. All right. Well, let's read this thing. I look a little sickly, huh? Like I got some kind of illness. All right. Blowing Bubba. This is a fan fiction. An email in the Jeffrey Epstein files that reference U.S. President Donald Trump blowing Bubba has attracted. I thought Bubba was George W. Or are we calling dude, this is not the right color, bro. This light, I swear. So weird. Good start, good start. Okay. That's good enough. On Wednesday, U.S. lawmakers released more than 20,000. Oh my God, there were 20,000 pages. Okay. Some of the documents mention Trump, including one of Epstein's brothers, Mark. Oh, hi, Mark. Which references photos of Trump blowing Bubba. Bubba is a nick. Interesting. Former President Bill Clinton. I thought Bubba was Bush. But Mark Epstein. Is it an Invincible reference? Did not provide any additional details about the identity of Bubba. Okay. Why it matters. Files related to Epstein continue to cause problems. Wait, hold on. Let me open up this here too. Oops. We know in an email sent in March 2018, Mark Epstein told Jeffrey Epstein to ask Steve Bannon, Trump's former chief strategist, if Russian President Vladimir Putin has photos of Trump blowing Bubba. You and your boy Donnie can make a remake of that movie Get Hard. I thought that was a cop movie. Wait, what's Get Hard? Is he making a pornographic joke? Newsweek also reached out to Bannon and the Kremlin by email to comment on the story. Posts on social media about the email have since gone viral. Who's Bubba and why did Trump blow him? Interesting. Well, I mean, we have the documents. Why don't they just show the email? I don't know. I feel like they could. I feel like they could, and it'd be fine. You know what I mean? Also, why is, dude? Is it blown out, or like why do I look sick? Do I look sick? Do I look like I'm ill? I guess I am. I'm ill as fuck, man. Interesting. Well, we'll see. I don't know if we're gonna get anything more really out of this. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know if this is really changing anyone's mind. $20 little man put that. $20 little man put that shit in my hand, bro. Dab you up. Okay. So what I actually want to do is kind of go over some of the things that I think have really made me want to make stuff, because I feel like in the past streams that I've been doing, there's certainly things I'm trying to complete in Blender and Unreal, but at the end of the day, there's a little bit that's, I think, left out of it, which is the part that I really want to be better at exposing, which is, or sharing rather, I guess, which is like myself in the work. And I guess what I mean by that is I want to be able to share like the process or my thoughts on the things that I guess are really interesting to me. So it's funny because I have a lot of projects that I haven't finished and I want to start another project. Story of my life. So I'm gonna write, first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna write down everything that I need to do. First thing, they're not necessarily in priority order, but first thing I need to do, or one of the things I need to do is complete that wood walk animation. So I have that scene in Unreal and I need to complete that. So woods, well, let's say record woods. Why am I underscoring it like I'm typing a file name? Record woods walk. Okay, that's one thing. The other thing I need to do is record the bench. So there's a bench scene as well. So record bench scene. Okay. Scene. The third thing I need to do is finish this map, because this map is not finished yet. I mean, it's close to being finished, but it's not really where I want it to be yet. And then let me just open something to, I don't like being able to see my face, to be honest, on the screen. So the other thing I'm gonna do is just cover myself right there. All right. Third thing is, what is the third thing? Oh, what did I call that? The plateau. So we'll say finish / record plateau. These pieces are not like the other things that I've been doing. So in most of the art that I make, can I open a new tab? Open a new tab. Pretty much in the art that I'm making, do I just go Instagram again? In the art that I'm making, I usually choose one of two things. I'm gonna do something where I'm walking around with the camera like this. This is VCam, where I'm walking around with the VCam. The other thing I might do is something like this, where it just holds on the scene. I have mixed feelings about doing either one, because when I just have a scene like this is a scene where you can walk around in it, but the problem is that it's not complete to the point where it can act as its own level. This is the same way. This only exists, you know, in this render, and that's kind of it. It's basically a painting. That's kind of how I always felt about these things anyway. Same with this, where it's basically a painting. It's a digital painting. I started putting my stuff in Unreal originally so that I could actually, you know, make them into a game. It started really like, they're not in order, I guess, but when I was doing this was like the first thing I did in Hammer. I started making more things in Hammer and then weird stuff, and they're not playable levels. You can't access these levels in, like, you cannot access these levels. Only I have access to these levels. And I don't like that. I want to make it so that if somebody feels so inclined, they could go in and navigate the space themselves. That's why I started, you know, that especially came through when I made this, where it was a room that you could access. And I'm like, why am I not making it so that other people can enjoy the space? Because the other thing I would do is like a render like this. This is basically the shaky cam version of the Blender things that I'm doing, where you're walking through the space, but it's not a real space. You can't go here. It's not a real space. So there's something to be said about all art in general, and I guess what utility it serves if it just makes you happy looking at it. But I feel like I owe more to the things that I'm making. And the whole point, I'm doing it on digital so that people can access it for free. So if it can go an extra step and be a place that people can navigate, that would be wonderful. Let me make sure I'm in frame. That's why I started doing it in Unreal. So I put everything in Unreal, and I'm like, you can go in here. This is for the MFA show. I did have a couple of these in there. This was about the farthest I went in Blender, just insofar as it's a render, and that's kind of it. I'm talking about all this because the next things I make, I want to be more succinct. I really like the scenes that I'm making currently, like the woods and the plateau map. But the thing about those is those are more for gameplay purposes. And at the end of the day, I want to have a quicker turnaround time, and I want to have a stronger connection to the things I'm making, what I'm using to like inspire me to make these things. So the reason I'm saying all this is because I'm going to be sharing something that's really important to me. Okay, it's going to sound silly, but it's, spoiler alert, it's a map for Counter-Strike. It's a map for Counter-Strike. And here's the plan, okay? So here's the plan. What I'm going to start doing, and I don't know how long this is going to take. I think it might take, I predict I could probably do one of these a week. I don't know if I'll start today. I'll talk about it today, obviously, but I have these other things to do. So these are my loose ends. I need to do these things. I might have to do them off stream. I think recording it might be easy off stream. Maybe later into the stream when I have less energy, I'll record it because it requires a subtle touch, which I don't have on stream because I have way too much energy. So what I'm going to start doing is I'm going to go live, as I have been, and we'll just, you know, talk about whatever is happening. But at the start of the week, probably Monday, we'll see, I'm going to be talking about something that I really enjoy. In this case, it's going to be a specific map by Nipper, who is a map maker for Counter-Strike. I kind of want to do a bunch of them. I'm going to focus on one. What I'm going to do is, so firstly, I'm basically going to kind of do like a show and tell. We'll call it that, show and tell. So I want to essentially share a piece. This is general. I want to share a piece of either media or, I mean, art, really, that that has impacted me in a pretty, like, honestly profound way. And I want to spend the time to be like earnest about it, because I want to take that and then also turn it into like a video as well, so that can kind of be archived and then part of the process. The reason I'm doing that is because after I've done that, I'm going to be making something that's pretty directly related to it, because in all honesty, that's sort of just how I make artwork. There's something, I'll get something in my head where I'm like, that was a really cool thing that I saw, or that was a really interesting thing that I liked. And then I'll make something. And if a couple weeks go by, I might not care about it as much anymore. Like, I don't really care as much about some of the older things I've done. I mean, I can appreciate that I did them and I still enjoy them. It's not like I hate them. I used to hate my paintings. I don't really hate my old work anymore. But I know that I will be able to probably finish something in a week if I really try. And also if I keep my plan realistic and limited. So that's why I'm saying, that's why I was talking about holding on a space versus actually recording the space with a VCam or something. So the second part is going to be me. We'll call it like planning, I guess. Planning, palning. Does Word have autocorrect? No, it doesn't. Okay, whatever. Planning. So we're gonna be planning. We're gonna be taking references. By this, I might just mean like, you know, snips of the map. In this case, I'll be probably taking pictures and snips. And I'll probably just put that on the screen here, because I think one of the problems I have is I tend to gather too many references in my like reference sheet and my like inspiration sheet. It's just like way too much. It's way too much and it's hard to manage. And I need to be concise. Okay. Hydro check. All right. The third step is making the thing. So first off, I guess, what is the plan? And this is where there's still a little bit of questionability. I want to make smaller, succinct rooms. How I present that is still questionable. I think I don't necessarily have a problem with taking a portion of a room and then displaying it. That's essentially what I did with these. That's what I did with these, where, I mean, I'm walking through it, but I kind of just took portions of it and then like shared it like that. I kind of like that, because it feels like I can sort of produce more out of it. And it also, how do I say this? Like, it also can function as both the space and some sort of thing. So one of the challenges I have with the plateau map is the only thing I can really do with that space, I feel like, is navigate around it, because there's not much happening. There's not, you know, most of the other scenes I have done have something going on here. So the wood is going up, the sea is waving, it's going back and forth. This has the sky going up and these spires going up, and then the water churning. That's not so prevalent in here unless it's like snowing or something. And that's because this map was originally made to be a walkthrough kind of thing. So it could be static. So that's another challenge. I don't want to think about what's going to do well, like content or algorithmically. I really just want to make sure that I'm presenting what I'm making in the way that it's like supposed to be presented. That's just kind of the point. I don't want to, I don't know, like I don't want to accidentally, I mean, maybe it'll accidentally end up working out. I feel like that's what ends up happening. But I pretty much just want to make a room that's inspired by that thing. So we can think more about that later. But so we'll say the third part will be actually like planning and taking references. I mean, the third part will like actually concept it out. So this means like drawing what the scene is going to be. It might be an animation. It might be a scene. It might be a room. Again, like having the space in Unreal is definitely what I want. If I just do it in Blender, that's all that it is, and there's nothing wrong with that, other than first off, I feel like it's more difficult for me to see what I want to see in Blender because there's a lot more. I have to be really precise with the things I do. I like Unreal because it tends to get the atmosphere that I want easier. So that's what we're going to do. The last thing is to actually make the thing. So that includes modeling, texturing, retopology, whatever. Not retopology. We'll say making. So all of these things are going to take time, obviously. The sharing part can be done in like, less than 30 minutes maybe. The planning part can take a while, and then the concepting part can take a while. This could probably be done in one stream. Making is what I think will take a couple days. So we'll give it like a day, maybe. We'll say like we do this. We'll do this in a day, and then we'll try and get the actual thing done in 5 days, maybe, because the things I'm making are not very complicated. They're not very complicated. I don't have to do a lot outside of just making it. What ends up taking a longer time, to be honest, is the editing and the recording. And that's kind of why I always strayed away from making videos, because making videos is fucking hard. Like making videos is one of those things that's like really difficult for me. But I want to put more out there about my process. So that's where we're at. Okay. So we'll say like this takes a day, maybe one day. Get rid of that. This, I mean, it needs to take like less than 5 days, maybe. I mean, less than 6 days, let's be real. Because that's just axiomatically true. If I have a 1 week turnaround, then it can only take 7 days. So, but the other thing is, I want to make sure making the thing. The other thing is, I want to make sure that I'm editing a video, which takes a long time because I'm stupid. So that's the other reason why I'm doing this on stream too, because I don't have any time anymore. I don't have time to do things off stream. I really don't. So I don't know if I'm going to be editing it on stream. I'm definitely going to be recording, talking about the things I want to. I'm hoping that this will cut down the editing time, because it's going to be more freeform and it's just going to be me talking about the thing. So I'm going to try and just do that. Even if I don't end up making something, I still want to, I guess, explore why some of the things I like are really interesting to me, because that's I love sharing weird artwork with people. Yeah. So editing the video, and then so the fifth thing, well, these might not necessarily be in order. Like, I'd probably release the video about the thing that I like before I even start making it, because it shouldn't take more than like a couple hours, I guess. So it might be something I do on the weekend. We'll figure out what I do with the video. Listening to my, maybe if I finish the thing early, we'll do it, because the other part is I don't necessarily want to record myself making. I don't think that's really important. I think the VOD services for that. Hey, what's up? Your Coco Melon is here? Hell yeah. Nice. Your what? Wait, your cock melon? Wait a second. How are you doing, Mr. Saturday Night? I'm talking a little bit about what my plan is going forward and how I want to structure things out a little bit. Basically, TLDR. I'm going to start just sharing more about some of the things that are really important to me, like artistically, specifically like a piece of media. And then I'm going to be using that to inspire a piece that I will be making throughout the week. So I'm hopefully going to have like a quicker turnaround time, and I want to be able to produce kind of, I guess, I mean, I want to be able to make videos out of it, but not really like long videos, not like tutorials or anything like that. I think there's enough tutorials. If I find something weird that somebody needs to know, maybe we'll make a tutorial. I've never been really interested in making tutorials or process videos. I think that like, I don't even watch process videos. So I think there's a lot of value in hearing about what people like and why. And that's kind of why I want to do this. So that's where we're at. I'm trying to budget out my time too and thinking how long something's going to take. So I could do all this in a day, probably. When I say a day, I mean from 6 to 10. Hydro check. Talking about the thing, we're going to do that for a little bit. Planning and taking pictures shouldn't be too bad. And then we'll go from there, okay? So last thing is making the video. The video is only going to be about this part. This is the video. The video is just going to be me yapping. Because the rest of the things that I post on social media are like the place themselves. I have a problem. If you haven't noticed, I don't post myself on social media. I just post the art. And I've been okay with that for a while, but I do wonder the other problem is like I don't want people who follow me to or care about just seeing art to like be interrupted with the weird stuff. Like I'd rather just link to my YouTube or something where I can leave the longer form videos that explain what I'm talking about here, and then leave the actual thing itself to my social media. So if somebody sees this and they say, oh, this is kind of interesting, I want to know more, they'll find the video of me talking about it. That's the plan here. So the planning arc, that's, yeah, I'm too chaotic. Okay. So I'm too chaotic. I need to budget my time better because I don't have any time anymore. All right. So last thing, I have no idea how long this is going to take. It's making the video. It shouldn't take more than, well, it shouldn't take more than a couple hours if it's just me yapping. I mean, maybe this is what AI is for. AI is just like, Jarvis, please make my yaps succinct into a singular video. The last thing is, there's one number before 6, by the way, it's 5. It needs to be making the video. So it will say edit VOD, because that's really what it is. I'm not going to be recording off stream. If anything, I'm going to be edit off stream. So I'll probably be editing it off stream because I don't know if you guys have seen me edit videos before, but I can't stand the sound of my own voice. So I'm not going to be able to focus because I'll be watching the video and I'll hear myself talk. I'll be like, look at this idiot. And then I'm not going to be able to do it. So maybe it's a skill issue, but anyway, so edit the bot. I don't know how long it's going to take. This needs to be done in about a week. So these are the things I need to do. I'll probably have to do them on my own. That's recording the walk. I don't know if I'll be able to do that on stream. You know, when you guys are here, I would rather have have me here and not me kind of locked in recording this stuff, because it takes like a level of focus that I feel like I wouldn't be able to contribute to an interaction with the stream as much as I would like to. So we're going to save this. Okay. And I'm going to hydro check. And I hope you guys are doing well, by the way. We're going to launch Gary's mod. That's what we're going to do. We're going to play Live House, one of my favorite. Oh, I didn't even subscribe to it. Wait, sub. Let me find something. Wait, where's Art Workshop? So the person who made this map is called Nipper. He's made some of the best maps, the most important maps to me. They're all here, it seems. I don't know which one has Livehouse, but one of them. I have an idea that I would humbly request. You should make those vid shorts, TikTok reels of like, what, 5 places you mentioned the hardest? And then make those low poly locations just a toilet and sitting there. that wouldn't be the worst idea ever. I think people might enjoy that, you know. It would definitely be TikTokable. I can already see it in my head. I would totally take a dump in Kakariko Village. Okay, so it's called Surreal here by Blah, which is not Nipper, but he's posting all of these maps. Interesting. It goes by different names. TTT Party. Did he make Party City? Oh, he did. CC_Nipper. People are hungry for low poly PS2 vibe of art. I don't know if it's because of nostalgia or because people know that kind of art wasn't made by AI. Well, now there's I've seen quite a few people that are using AI to make stuff like that, and that's 10 times more popular on TikTok than people who are actually making it without AI. So that's why I'm doing the human element here. That's why I'm trying to talk about these things, because I have this is a problem that I feel like I need to figure out. Like I said, the things that I post, it's just the work. I'm not in the piece. I kind of feel weird about that because I care much more about like sharing aspects of the work than really the work itself. But there's kind of a cryptic level to just seeing it, which is nice, but it's like, what's the difference between just seeing work like this and then seeing just like an AI version, or some AI work? Like, let me show you. I'm probably gonna see it quick. There's this guy named Save Room who makes he makes AI low poly stuff like this, and I mean, I'm not gonna lie, like it looks pretty good. I think the stuff that he's making is interesting. It gets like these ones aren't even doing that well. He pumps a lot of these out. How many posts? He has 715 posts. He makes a lot of these things. Some of them do insanely well. I mean, some of them do super, super well, but he does stuff like this. It's kind of low poly. It's like surreal. It's whatever. There's a lot of artists that are now starting to do similar things. I have mixed feelings about it because it's a little bit blackpilling, because it's like, damn, you know, I'm trying my hardest to make these places and do these things, and I got to do everything by hand, and I enjoy that. But what's rewarding is that that's like the only way that I can do it, you know, or that's the way that I feel good about doing it. Whereas like somebody like this can just kind of post 100 of these in like a week or whatever, and it's like, well, and they do super, super well too. And it's like, I'm not going to deny, like, and I think that they're good. Like I think that these are good, and the fact that they're AI doesn't make me think like, oh, I hate this or I hate him or whatever. But it is kind of like, well, where it makes me question, like, where am I in the work that I'm doing? You know what I mean? Because how would you ever convince somebody who has no opinion about AI that like seeing this is like bad to other people? Because there's people who will see this and say that they hate AI and that they think this sucks because it's AI. No reason other than because it's AI. Imagine if you saw this in like 1995. You know, you didn't know what AI was. You'd be like, this is sick. I don't know how this person did this. This is sick. And that's totally fine, because that's just kind of how art is. Art is about seeing things you like, you know, but it's also about changing the way you think about things or telling you something about yourself. And in a way, I'm kind of, I don't know if I would say I'm like glad that stuff like this exists, but it does push me to think differently about the work that I make, because if I were to see something like this on ArtStation 5 years ago and it wasn't made by AI, I would say that's really inspiring. Like, I would love to make something like this. you know, when I see it like here, where I don't know how difficult it is to make something like this. I don't know what work you put in. I mean, I don't know where he is in this. That makes me think about, you know, if you're looking at something like I made, what are you really going to say when you see it? You know what I mean? And why am I doing the things that I'm doing? Because I wanted to see these places, like I want to see these places and I want to see what they look like in a low poly style that I create. And that's about it, right? So is the logical pipeline for that to just do something like this? No, I mean, I don't want to, because it wouldn't be satisfying. That's just how it is. Like, would I end up integrating AI into my workflow at some point? I mean, I don't know. I don't know if I would really use an AI generated image in my work, just because I like either drawing the thing myself or gathering the images myself. I think that's more fun to me. And that's kind of what it boils down to. It's like, I do it because I want to do it. You know what I mean? I make all the stuff that I make free because I want people to access it for free. But of course, it's the same with this kind of stuff. So people really, really like it. And it does super, super well on TikTok. Like, it does unimaginably well on TikTok. So, you know, I'm out here wondering, like, well, is the way that I'm going about this kind of, am I thinking incorrectly, I guess, about this? Like, what the heck is this, bro? I'm trying to find it, but I keep finding the Kyrgyzstan shuffle. I don't know if you guys have seen this. I keep seeing this over and over again everywhere. And honestly, the music's pretty good. But this guy's everywhere. I guess he goes to every wedding, and I don't know where this is. Kyrgyzstan, I think? Anyway, okay, sorry, I got distracted. That was TikTok. Let's find something really quick. I mean, I kind of already showed you. I don't think it's that deep. Is this him? No. There's just a lot of it. So I'm saying I wouldn't necessarily want to make art I wouldn't want to make art that like proves it's not AI. That's kind of not the point. Like, I'm still going to do it because I want to do it, but hey, what's up? How's the progress on those funniest Reddit threads read by Joey Toro TikToks? Is that what we're going to? If I start posting stuff like this, I should probably make another account, right? Otherwise it's kind of, I feel like it's kind of jarring to have these posts where my kind of like weird cryptic eerie stills is juxtaposed with where's my stuff, with like me yapping about things. That's why I was saying I feel like the move is to just funnel things to YouTube. So that's why I have my 5-point plan here, is that I need to put myself in the things that I'm doing more. Does that mean actually putting myself in the work? I mean, I don't know. It might be a good idea, might not be a good idea. That's something that maybe I'll evolve over time. I feel like it's an iterative thing. I want to be making things faster, but I don't want to just be making content. You know what I mean? Like, that's kind of what's difficult, because if I'm just trying to make content, if I just wanted to make content, I would just be like a lol cow. That's how you make content. You know, there's no point in trying to be earnest for the sake of content. Like, this is kind of something that I want to push a little bit further than that, I guess. I'll say that I see AI art versus art, like paintings versus pictures with a camera. Those are passionate more. It's like about art, will appreciate it more. I mean, I think it can go both ways. I agree. I would say I broadly agree, but that just by sheer volume, because there's some AI artwork that has really impacted me in like a positive way, where I see it and I'm like, this is actually doing something really interesting, and it's inspired me to make something that's, you know, that's related to it. Artwork made by hand, in my opinion, will just always be better, and that's because the person is in there. But I guess my question to myself is like, how do I know that I'm in this thing that I'm making? Like, how do I know that I'm in here? Because if I'm just making a post, it's like, that's it. It's like I'm making fire and forget missiles. You know what I mean? I'm over here, I'm over here whipping up some scenes and then shooting them off, and that's kind of it. You know, I think I'm also bad at like showing myself or putting myself in things. I'm like weird about that. I love presenting. That's why I'm trying to kind of treat this like a presentation. But when it comes to posting something, should I just say muck it and then make the post that is like that, you know, or just like draw something that's like related to it? Because the other thing I was thinking too is that I want to do more drawing, because I feel like I don't do drawing anymore. It's like, oh, I want to draw something that's like related to this. Kind of what it feels like. It's like, what does it feel like to experience some of the things that I'm talking about? And I think sometimes I have vivid ways of depicting that, you know what I mean? And it's like, maybe I could do that digitally. Could be cool. Because the other thing is, like, it takes a lot of cognitive brain work to do 3D. Like, I'm so stupid, you guys have no idea. Like, it's so difficult for me. It's way more difficult for me than it should be. And I kind of miss drawing because I could sort of just do it. Anyway. People I've seen that treat AR like it's the best shit ever are just autopilot drones that never really picked up a pencil. I mean, it's mean, but it's true. I think, man, the people who, we kind of had this conversation yesterday too, but there's certainly people out there who are very, there's extremes on both sides. There's people who will make literal death threats against people who make AI. I think that's just as absurd as being, you know, head over heels for it, in the other direction. But like, if you're so into it because you say, oh, it makes art accessible, I think that's like a fundamentally flawed argument, obviously, because nobody, there's some people who are born very talented, sure, but it's not like those people's talent will carry them to artistry forever. Everybody who's a professional artist has worked, you know, incredibly hard to get to like where they are. And to say like, oh, now art is accessible. It's like, art was always accessible. It's just that you didn't like try before. So like I said, I have mixed feelings about it, because I have no problem if anybody wants to access the art that they maybe couldn't before. I think that there's something to be said too about commissions and people who want to commission something, but they're broke and they don't want to pay a lot of money for a really good artist. It's like, if you just want to AI generate images for yourself, like, I'm not going to say that that's like morally corrupt. I'm not going to say that that's wrong. You know, I don't think that there's anything really wrong with that. I think the problem comes from when it's like stealing other people's artwork. Obviously, the training is what's the issue. The argument for the training is really bad, which is, oh, humans use inspiration too, you know? And it's, okay, there's a difference between the human brain looking at an image and making decisions out of free will. Okay, that's kind of the important thing here. It's like, we're a conscious species. We use our senses, more than just our senses, but our emotions, to make decisions based off what we're seeing when it comes to inspiration, okay? So it's not the same as a computer literally diffusing noise based off of a reference image that you fed it. Maybe that'll be an outdated take years from now, but that's just how I feel about it. I don't necessarily think that there's anything necessarily wrong with image generation. I think it's bad when it's stealing images from people. That's kind of the problem, I think. Speaking of AI, I thought about this tweet that I posted on Discord, or posted in general on Discord. I'll check that out in a sec. A lot of people treat AI art as make pretty thing instead of human expression. I think this is a core difference between pro and anti-AI. I think I would broadly agree with you. I think most people who don't have a horse in the fight, or a horse in the fight, I was trying to say horse in the race and dog in the fight, and I combined the two. Most people who don't feel super strongly about it kind of feel that way, where it's like they see AI art as just a generative tool, which definitively it is, versus like a human making something. But not everybody is bought into the understanding of like why somebody like Picasso is kind of important for art history. However you feel about Picasso personally, I think a lot of people who superficially don't like Picasso don't understand that he was an incredible draftsman. Like, Picasso was an incredible artist who could make, you know, very technical drawings and paintings and really realistic stuff. Like, he could do that. he got to a certain point where he tried to unlearn everything and make like childlike works and stuff. And there was something to be said about that kind of artwork at the time and how it pushed back against, you know, other like methods of academic art. That's kind of why somebody like Picasso matters. So when people see that and they say, this is stupid because my child could do it, the meme answer is, yeah, but you didn't. When in reality, it's, yeah, but you didn't think of that. And that's kind of the fundamental difference there. So it's not necessarily that like bad drawings, what we would consider bad by a human, are bad. It's just that we don't think of them the same way that we think of, you know, somebody who really took the time to conceptualize what like art is. You know, this sounds very. This is what happens when you get a master's in art. Okay, you can't stop thinking about it, even if it's really dumb and esoteric. Oh my god, I saw this. Okay, yeah, dude. vxtwitter.com. Not remotely exaggerating. Yeah, this is kind of crazy. This was yeah, there's an exhibition of drawings of students screaming right outside my class, and you can perfectly tell which one is Trace AI because it's literally the same as this. And it's the this is the AI generated image, right? Yeah. Well, that's like one of them that does the same, yeah. I mean, I love that they're all doing I thought when I first saw this, I thought it was gonna be like a soy jack meme. It's like we had to draw ourselves soy jacking, but no, it's AI. I mean, yeah, you know, well, here's a question though. Is there anything like inherently wrong with that? You know what I mean? She traced AI. She still drew it by hand. I mean, a lot of artists like trace things. What's the difference really? I mean, this also just gets into like why we consider art, I guess, which is everybody's going to have a personal answer. There's no empirical, I don't know, that's not the right word. There's no like rigid, definitive answer as to why we care about these things other than they just make us feel a certain way. But if something like this was outrageous, like if anything, this is doing more work than the rest of the things because it's causing people to talk about it. Nobody would be talking about this, you know, exhibition online. Like this post would not have almost 300,000 likes if this person didn't decide to do this, right? Do you think they meant to do that? Do you think they meant to say they were told, oh, make a drawing of yourself screaming, and they were like, I don't know how to do that, I'm just going to trace it? That's probably what they did. Do you think they meant to, oh, I'm going to do this thing and it's going to be crazy and unique and it's going to go viral? Like, no, that's definitely not what it was. But the difference is that now we're talking about it. So there's something to be said about AI art and its influence on us, I think is really important. I think that's something that we kind of we haven't figured out yet, and we're still going to be using the same way we used to talk about photos. You know, we used to talk about photos as, I say we, I wasn't alive back then, but people didn't really consider photographs to be art. And a lot of people still don't consider photograph to be fine art, which I disagree. I think photos can be fine art. But the way we use them and the way we look at them still informs the things that we make. We'll take photos as references. I'll take photos as textures. It's still integrated. So whether or not that's your medium is kind of what makes it different. So, because yeah, I don't know. But there's also a level of like rage bait to it, I think, right? It's like, is this I don't think this is a good, I don't want to be mean. I mean, do I think it's a good piece of art? I think like no, but I think that there's something more interesting about the reaction to these kinds of things, because that it does tell us something about ourselves. It's like it's literally a drawing, right? It's literally a drawing. Unless this is like printed out, even then it'd be kind of funnier, but it's literally a drawing and people are saying, people feel weird about it. I wonder what the comments are. I'm a little bit afraid to check the comments. Maybe I have a bad read on this. Also think that there must be laws where the AI must ask permission to use energy. 100% agree. 100% agree. I think there's no good reason. Well, I guess there's an unfortunate caveat to that, which is I think most social media platforms, you automatically consent to giving up the like the AI rights to whatever image you upload online, which is tricky. That's tricky because these aren't public platforms. It's like these are private businesses that we're just uploading our life to, our media to. So This has 16 million views, dude. So it's like, do you just make a platform for art? Is that going to be successful? No, I mean, I think that, again, it's like an accessibility thing. I think the accessibility is really important. The problem is that there should be laws that make it illegal to train off of images that you don't own the rights to. That's my hardliner. That's my hardliner stance. I think that there's really no reason otherwise. There's plenty of stock images out there. There's plenty of, you can go outside and take pictures and generate with that. You can make great stuff with those limitations. I don't think it's fair to steal other people's work. It's not the same as using it as inspiration. It's not the same as using someone's art piece, putting it on a mood board, and then drawing something that kind of, you know, is similar to it. It's not, there's a reason why we have copyright laws. It can't be like those TOS where, hey, do you want to use X, and then you must agree to let us use your images to train our AI. Yeah, exactly. That's the problem. I mean, it's no bigger crime than tracing a photo from a certain perspective, I suppose. That's what I'm saying, really. In ye olden days, photography was cringe. Yeah. Then there should be a law that posting on social media platform cannot automatically grant the company any more rights over your work than those required to serve on the platform's core purpose. Than those required to serve the platform's core purpose. I see what you're saying. Yeah, reproduction and distribution are fine and reasonable. Are you saying that's like how it is right now, or is, what do you mean? For reproduction and distribution? So they can't access that kind of stuff, essentially, like social media or that's what you're saying they should do. That they wouldn't allow reproduction distribution. Right? Unless you're saying they are, and I just don't understand. But yeah, I agree. I think it's similar to just tracing it's similar to just tracing a photo, right? And I think the fact that something like this blew up, but the other side of that is like, this person, I don't think this person is going to become famous from that, you know. Maybe it is, maybe it's Hawk to a 3.0 where they become famous off nothing and then try and milk it for as long as they can. You saw the rest too. Well, you get to see everybody else's images. But again, it's, you know, like out of all of these, if you were in class, if I was in a class with these people, you know, you would do the critique and then you would like move on with your life. You'd probably get to this one and be like, oh, you like trace AI? Okay. And then you'd like move on, you know what I mean? Whereas the internet kind of changes the way we think about the world, I guess. Like they would have to explicitly ask you for more permission than that. I see. They can't just by using this platform you agree to be. Yeah, I see what you say. Yeah, exactly. I mean, the obvious problem is that like nobody would agree to that. Nobody would agree to that. Like who's out there like, yes, please use my art to train your AI. I don't think there's really anybody like that. It's not a very common take, I will say. Here's what people say. Some of those portraits aside from the AI one that people actually made have so much soul, even if they're funny. That's what I love seeing about people draw their own portraits. Yeah. I really like to do the glasses. He drew his nose like that of a dog or pig. Cheaters. Yee. No way, this is how I find out you got a banger. What a banger. Banger tweet. Wow. This is so sad. I mean, all she has to do, now she just has to be a conservative grifter and then she's got a platform. All she has to do is say, the left canceled me for using AI. and then she's got a platform. She can be the next Charlie Kirk. Oh my God. Sometimes the result doesn't matter so much as the fact that someone made it. Yeah. I think art isn't really about the art, you know? There's a saying, art has long since left its ancestral home, which is the canvas. Or rather, paintings, I fucked it up. Paintings have long since left their ancestral home, that is the canvas. So the painting itself, the image on the painting matters a lot less nowadays. And it hasn't mattered for a long time, kind of because of that same thing. So when you make a piece of artwork, you're doing more than just making something or depicting something. In my opinion, all art is a self-portrait. All art tells you something about yourself. Like, so doing something like this tells you and tells other people about what you think, and how you see the process of making art. That's kind of why that's why we feel the way we do about how, like, the soul of paintings and stuff, because there's more to the art than just the art. You know what I mean? We care about the person. Thankfully, I think the majority of people feel that way currently. I think the zeitgeist is in a sense, unilaterally, for the most part, conjoined in the idea that we like seeing work made by a person because it is inspirational in that you can work diligently to, like, make something, that didn't exist before in a method that not everybody has, like, the determination to do. It's like why we appreciate athletes. You know what I mean? It's like you could just say, oh, they were, like, born that good. They were born. That's not true. Like, LeBron James worked hard, bro. Like, LeFraud James could have been a lay fraud. He didn't have to be. He wasn't born. Is it fair to call him the GOAT? I don't know if I would call him the GOAT. I'm not a huge basketball guy. But LeBron James wouldn't be as successful if he didn't practice. Okay. That's why we care about athletes. We care about athletes because they're doing incredible things. That takes dedication. Okay. We find them to be interesting. If we put a robot in the Olympics, it'd be like, wow, that's epic. Look at the robot that was programmed to win. That's crazy. Like, we don't care about that kind of stuff. So, speciesist. This is also why we're not vegans, by the way. Okay, you want to get spicy? Oh my God. This is also the vegan argument too. Because we're really, really hypocritical in our morals. I'm not a vegan because I just don't really care that much. I enjoy eating meat. I think I try to avoid eating, like, processed meat and stuff, but in reality, we are human supremacists, which is not arguable at all. That's just, like, an objective truth. And the way we treat animals is, like, awful. It's absolutely awful. Because we value ourselves by default so much more. In the future, that might change. I unironically think maybe way, way, way down the line, like hundreds or maybe thousands of years or however long it takes, we'll probably look back on the things that we did to animals as, like, as consequentially horrific as, borderline, like, slavery or something that we did, something horrible things that we've done to other people. Because the things that we do to animals are, like, insanely horrific. But we just consume, like, we know too. It's not like you can't really plead ignorance. I mean, we know. But I think at a certain, it's just we're not really in a position to do much about it as, like, a random person. I could, like, do something crazy. I could, like, Fed post about it or something, but, like, I'm not overwhelmingly passionate about the issue. It is just a provable, like, moral consistency with people. So mile Uber ride is not the same as running a marathon just because the amount of spatial. Yeah, exactly. Because the amount of spatial displacement is the same. Yeah, exactly. It's why we care about people doing things. Human supremacists, hail humanity. We love people. We love people more than, some people will say they love animals more than they love people. I believe them. I think that that's true. I'm not saying that you have to, and also, just to be clear, I'm not speaking for every single person. There are people who are diehard. Like, you look at people like at PETA. PETA are on that level. PETA are on the level where they're trying their hardest to be morally consistent. I think that they technically fail because of bugs, but it is what it is. I think it's a logical black hole because or rather a moral black hole. Like, you'll keep going and you'll keep arguing against it. You should never really argue with a vegan about the morals of, like, eating meat, because I think you just lose. In reality, it's terrible what we do to animals. And I love animals, and it's really sad. And I think everybody would feel very sad when they see what you do to animals. We're just desensitized to it. It is what it is. The reason I'm bringing that up is because we by default feel the same way about robots. except it's worse because we already know that robots don't have autonomy. The reason why I think it could change with animals is because we respect animals' autonomy to an extent. Like when we have pets, people generally try to treat pets really well, which we should. And it's also like, you're not going to, hopefully you wouldn't abuse your animal, you know what I mean? But just because you're not abusing your dog doesn't mean you're not like taking place or taking part in something that enables abuse in some other part of the world, like eating veal or something like that. So there's a lot of weird moral inconsistency like that. And in reality, it's just because we feel like it. So why do we not like, in general, why do we not like the things that robots do when it comes to things that we want just people to do? It's because we just feel like it. It's really not that deep. It's just because we feel like it. We could pontificate on that forever and ever and ever, but it reminds me of how Activision is using AI to make calling cards. Wow, I didn't see that. Is using calling cards as being called out so hard because it's so obvious. I remember the point of calling cards was for devs to explore their creativity and they would turn them into calling cards. I kind of want to do like drawings again, you guys. I kind of want to just start drawing again. A recognition of animal autonomy is the premise of the John Wick movies. True. People love dogs. But that's how I feel about that. Wow, that was a lot of yapping. It's almost also the premise of Madagascar. That's true. Do the humans in Madagascar know that the animals talk? I don't remember. I saw those movies when I was a kid. These are the kinds of things that I really like to talk about, if you couldn't already tell. And what I even like doing more is like discussing that with other people. So if anybody ever disagrees or has something to say about it, you know, can always hop on and we can talk about it. That'd be cool too, you know what I'm saying? Here's another funny point I found about the AI tracing and also in general. Let's see. People are generally in this thread, I guess, about what I would expect. They're kind of just like, it is what it is. How come people are doing the flower that's drooping? Dude, no, this is exactly what I thought. I saw this and I was like, this guy's doing the soy jack. But here's the other thing too. I think if I had to make it as succinct as possible in like why we don't really like AI art that much, it's just because there's ambiguity. No, that's not the right word. There's an uncertainness in the creativity of a human that is volatile. And that's what can create really interesting artwork. Like you might follow an artist and know that they're going to make something really good. But it's not exactly what you want it to be or expect. And that's good. That's a good thing. That's why we like human artwork. We always know what we're going to get with AI. But again, you know, you can do the same thing with AI. You can just have it be random. I don't know. We're going to get to a point where it's going to be really difficult to have these conversations because there won't be a difference. Again, I mean, yesterday what I had said too was that when you tell an AI to make something, it's not going to generate something that it's not trained on. And if it is, I've messed around with AI generation before. I had Stable Diffusion on my PC just because I was so curious. I was like, I'm curious. And I was generating like random stuff. And you can make some very confusing images if you just give it random inputs. Like you can train it on a model. Because I was doing, there's models that are trained on low poly things. And I was curious about what that looks like in AI. I fed it random inputs and you get some really fucking interesting stuff. You get some really interesting, just like really crazy things. So I don't necessarily think that it's like the unpredictability of humans necessarily is what it is. It's just we care more that a human made it. And maybe it's just not that deep. It's just not that deep, you guys. It's not that deep. But it's something I need to think about a lot because it's a little bit weird to see so much of it around. But anyway, that was a lot of yapping. That wasn't on the list of things to do. I mean, I guess I was talking about something that impacted me. So now I got to make that into a video, you guys. Oh my God. This can be a long VOD. But for this part, like, dude, I kind of want to just draw because I like being able to just draw. You know what I mean? If I make a whole scene, it's going to take a while. But we'll talk about Livehouse. And then also, do I make another? I could probably post on I mean, muck it. I could just post on make a separate channel for clips or something. I mean, I'll put everything on YouTube for sure. I don't really like Instagram that much. I'm gonna be honest. I feel like Instagram isn't a very good platform for the stuff that I'm making. I don't go on Instagram a lot. I like Twitter, actually. I never thought I would say that. I like Twitter. I don't like any of the platforms I post on, really. I feel like they just don't do very well. But maybe that would change. Although I think I like streaming the most, to be 100% honest. Like, I kind of want the things that I do to facilitate my streaming, because the streaming is where I have the opportunity to like interact with people about this kind of stuff. And that's all that I really care about. Like, I could just sit in my dungeon and make art. But I want to talk about these things. I want to like hear it out loud too. And one day someone will argue with me, and that'll be when I start my debate career. my fake debate career. Wait, let me read. Also, it's a funny point I found about you. Oh, yeah. Wait, was that the point, Mr. Saturday Night, or did I miss something? Here's another funny point I found about the AI tracing, or were you looking for that? Why do I have Discord up? Oh, did you put it in here? Oh, I didn't see it. What kills me about this is that you can clearly tell the other students just traced actual photos they took of themselves screaming. This girl actively took more steps by using AI on top of that. It's not even about utility anymore. It's just unthinking. It's just an unthinking habit now. Well, he's okay. Where is he wrong? He's not wrong at all. It is people's natural response are to not like AI. And you're in the US of A for now, for the most part, kind of, in a way, you have freedom of speech. You can say whatever you want. You can just not like AI because you don't like it, and that's fine. You can say that. There's more to this that this person obviously doesn't grasp, but it's fine. Like, it's funny because like I said, there's truth to this, but there's like, I don't know, there's like layers to this, because you could argue it both ways, I guess. Like, you could just say it's an unthinking habit to just use AI and trace the AI and not trace an image of yourself. But she did something more important here by tracing AI. If she traced a photo, we wouldn't know about it. That kind of matters, right? That kind of matters. King Julian dancing and dancing to and singing his cover of "I Like to Move It" is the epitome of depictions of animal autonomy in cinema. True, we know that animals like to move it. He said, "I like, therefore I am." Right? Isn't that what Aristotle said or something? So this is kind of funny though. It's like, not even necessarily just thinking about how AI can do the thing for you, but just using it because you don't take a picture of yourself. Like, I don't know. It's like, why you all gotta ask them, why do they do that? It's like, so if these people just traced photos of themselves, maybe they didn't have to. Maybe they didn't have to. Like, I don't know. There's something to be said about that. It's kind of profound in a way. It's kind of profound. Not gonna lie. Okay. Let's talk about Livehouse. Where's this place? So, oh my God, end user agreement. Dude, when I was a kid, you could do whatever you wanted in this game. The internet was actually just the Wild West, and people would say the most obscene things that you would never say in the light of day to any other human being on planet Earth, but you could just say online because it didn't matter. It's pretty scary. And then also people's sprays were horrible things, and there really weren't many rules on servers about what your spray could be. And then when I played the game for the first time in like almost a decade, in college, they added the license agreement and like, or the end user license agreement, right? And they cleaned up everything. It's so funny. It's like, it's so tame. If you say, people used to just be screaming slurs, bro. Like people used to just be screaming slurs and you never heard the end of it. And then now it's like, if you hear someone say a slur, they get like insta banned. So it's pretty funny how much it's changed. And it makes the it makes the multiplayer more bearable, I guess I'll say. It makes it playable. Because when I was a kid, I had no idea what the hell I was looking at most of the time, or people were saying. So I'm doing this in Gary's mod, but this is essentially a map that is in CS. Why did I go to internet? I didn't mean to do that. I'm gonna go start map. Where is it? DE Counter-Strike. It's technically a Counter-Strike map. I wonder if it's... He's got so many that I want to talk about, honestly. I preferred the internet back then when you could spam shirtless old men without consequences. Fair. That's valid. I respect it. Dude, is it in TTT? No shot, it's in ZS. Wait, didn't I sub to it? DE underscore... I mean, I guess I would have to go... Oh, CS Silent Hill. DE Livehouse. Okay. I hope that it's the same map and not like a jump scare. Sometimes people tweak it. And I don't like that because I want to play the actual map. Oh my god, my camera. Do I Where's everything? So I'm gonna go to the front of the map, okay? This is the map though. I'll turn the audio up. Oh, do you like my spray? It's Polish Miku. This is what I meant by sprays, by the way. If you've never played a Source game or like an older Source game, you could spray whatever you wanted, and it's a dangerous game. Most of the time, they're just anime sprays now. So I was like, I feel like I gotta do the same thing. It's close as I can get to it. So, just for like cleanliness sake. Oops. Oh, I have the camera out. That's gonna be loud as heck. Ooh. This is gonna be more presentation format. This is me sharing, you guys. I'm sharing a part of here. Boom. Is that right? Yeah. Okay. I'm sharing something that's really important to me, okay? This map, believe it or not, is really important. That's also a really wonderful zombie in it. But I want to talk about DE underscore Livehouse, okay? It looks just like a map. It seems like a normal map, but it was made by a legendary map maker, okay? Their name was Nipper. You may have heard it before. He was kind of known early on for making maps in the OG Counter-Strike where you would be driving some vehicles, okay? You would be doing all kinds of crazy stuff in multiplayer maps. He made maps where you'd play with a lot of people, do crazy stuff. There's a lot of videos about him. You can look him up. This map specifically really affected me honestly in a profound way, because when I first experienced this map, it was through Trouble in Terrorist Town, okay? TTT. And being exposed to what normally in Counter-Strike and in these online games are just regular maps. It's like a village, or it's like a nuke site, or whatever, Inferno, regular CS maps, office. They're just normal places. The Source engine has that uncanniness that level of the Source engine has a eeriness to the quality of the textures, and also just by virtue of it being halfway kind of between the mid to low to high poly sort of stuff that you tend to see, you know, nowadays. So anyway, the reason why this map is so important to me is because this is when I started seeing very strange things in Gary's mod specifically. So my first experience was in Gary's mod with this, but this house is alive, okay? That's one of the things that makes this map right off the bat strange. It's alive. There's a ghost that flies through it. It's not just a normal house where somebody made their regular, you know, their room in their house and everything. It's got flesh textures. It's got flesh textures that merge with the cement. It doesn't even really make sense, but it's kind of incredible. It's got rounded cave walls that take you into a room where there's meat tubes on the ceiling with rebar sticking through it. Random explosions. Meat in storage containers. Okay. All kinds of weird things you wouldn't expect. There's a mouth on the ground that shoots little red balls out of it. It plays faint music. It makes noises. Is this Nipper's mouth? Maybe. I don't know. It's pretty cool though. It's sticking out of this grate. You know, there's always sort of this thing that's interesting to me when something is kind of locked behind a little area. This grate that you can see through has just this random pit, and it's, I guess, insinuating that, you know, the rest of this house is just covered in flesh. The house is alive, okay? It may really just seem like it's a goofy map, and I mean, you know, at the end of the day, it's just a map for you to play Counter-Strike on, Gary's mod, game modes, whatever you want to do. But it changed the way that I think about spaces in, you know, video games and in digital realms. Like, you can just make an area that's really interesting and introduce elements that are totally surreal. Like, there's just a mouth on the ground. I mean, that's pretty crazy. And especially as a kid too, you know, when I'm playing Gary's mod for like the first time in 2010, seeing stuff like this is just so different from like a mainstream, you know, game that I would have been playing back in the day, where you kind of always know what you're going to get. Joe 2, part of the J2 map pack. Okay. But this map has all kinds of weird and surreal things going on. Oh my God, I got jump scared. This map's got more than just mouths. Okay. Let me see if I can find something. I could just fly around. It's one of those maps too where, and this goes along with a lot of TTT maps as well. You just don't know what you're going to get half the time. You might be jump scared by some random explosion. You might find a secret passageway that takes you into a different part of the world. You look at this room and you wouldn't think that the rest of the map looks the way that it does. You go into this room, you see cubes connected to meat, connected to the wall, and you think, what am I in? Jabu Jabu from Ocarina of Time? No, it's Livehouse. Hey, what's up, Pikachu? I'm exploring Livehouse. One of my favorite maps for Counter-Strike, also in Gary's mod. Specifically, I'm in Gary's mod. It's got these door thresholds where there's just like faint dripping mist or liquid. I don't even know what it is. And part of the beauty in all this stuff is just not even knowing what I'm looking at half the time. We got paintings. We got this is Salvador Dali paintings, I think. Salvador Dali paintings. We got moving rooms with falling wood. We got a piano that plays itself. Remember the last room that we were in with all these cubes? Did you think that there was going to be a piano that plays itself? Not even, you know, that far, just down the hall with the walls that are moving like this. Seeing this kind of stuff as a kid in the Source engine, which to me felt so limited, especially with Hammer, just made me realize you can do crazy things with limited technology. I love it. I can relate to that piano on Gavi playing myself too, real. And there's not even a person here. It's just the fact that there is a blue, just a blue, all that it takes is a blue light that moves back and forth. And you know that it's playing the piano and you can hear it too. It's kind of quiet. You can also hear breathing. A little bit scary. You can hear the zombie breathing. There's more meat in the roof. As the name of the map would insinuate, it's alive, I think. You can't get to these places. I thought that it was so interesting being able to walk around and see these little, you know, hints, maybe not so subtle hints, that this isn't a normal place. There's this very ominous room here. What's going on here? What's the story here? What happened here? Is this some kind of, you know, is this some kind of butcher's den? What, is somebody storing meat here? Maybe I turn my flashlight on for a better look. What exactly is going on here? It's like a dump, it's like a trash chute. Maybe someone's just dumping their meat from the 3rd floor and it landed here and it caught on fire. I have so many questions. Me when I'm buying burning meat. Exactly. The burning meat is just, I need to know, and never being given an answer is kind of what lets you be inspired to, actually no. Not being given an answer makes me want to think, what happened here? Okay, so I'm gonna be thinking about this kind of stuff. Oh my god, the spooky ghosty. When I'm, you know, being inspired to make something else, like I'm thinking like, what happened there? You know, there's a story. Sometimes that ambiguity, it's not like I don't think that Nipper really, I don't know how deep he really thought about it, but just this corner alone, I think really does exemplify, you know, what it is that I thoroughly enjoy about this. This is just the average Gen Z apartment at this point, maybe. A little bit messy. Just a little bit messy. Normal kitchen. Looks like a normal kitchen. But what's going on here? What's going on here? There's some meat in the back there. Kind of interesting. There's floating utensils. Wait, would you also, my poly count is super low. The map gets dark. The map does get dark occasionally, by the way. Like that. Oops, didn't mean to take a picture. Still cleaner than my friends' dorms back in college, true. What's going on with this door? Oh. Well, that's kind of crazy. Did you expect that? I don't know. Maybe. There's the ghost again. Looks normal until you notice the meat wall. That's exactly. It looks normal until you notice the meat wall. That is exactly it. Like, why is that there? I love it. Again, there's always been something really interesting to me about inaccessible rooms with just things that I want to look at. You know, there's like a voyeuristic kind of aspect to that. Being able to just look in here and think, I want to get in there. That looks like a cozy place. That looks like a place I want to lie down. I saw a jump scare from 3 femtometers away. Did you? What happens if you stand in front of it? That's crazy. It used to kill you, but I guess it doesn't. That door will kill you if you stand in front of it, but I can see where your inspiration comes from now. Can you? See, that's why I'm doing this. I want to share. I'm going to share a bit about this stuff that I quite like. Okay. You've got a, this is funny enough, probably the most normal room in the map. It's got a mouth on the ceiling. It's got a gaping maw that's just looming down. And there's a little bit of a story here. You plant the bomb here, and you just look up. And you just say, wow, holy chompers. That's what I'm saying. Some ghost meat, some ethereal meat. Giving it a little bit of structural support. Does the house heal? You need to think about that. It's like Monster House. This explains why that one building was on a sea full of red 40. Exactly. Exactly. So we'll continue here. Literally the most normal room. It's got some paintings. It's just got some paintings. You know. There's a couple other places I want to show. Gotta find them. This map is pretty big and convoluted. This is a... I need to TOS. That's a H.R. Geiger painting. H.R. Geiger's work, while it is beautiful, is sometimes there's a little bit too much going on. Some very suspicious photos here. I don't quite know the story behind this. I'm sure it was just role-playing. This is that one... this is that one... The Red Sea. This is that one thing... What is that called? Scary stories to tell in the dark. Cement wall. Crazy. Can you open this door? No. Oh, maybe. It's just cement. What if when the Nile turned the blood in the Bible, it was just someone dumping red 40 into it? That's what I'm saying. It gave everybody cancer. Again, you know, normal hallway, except there's just a meat tunnel down here. This is actually an exit, so can't go down. Can you walk over this? Oh, you can't. So you can always get down to the lower level here. All right, let's go down. Let's go downstairs. Whee! Follow the red mist particles. Oh, well, that's kind of interesting. Just this normal room with a ghost. And then meat on the roof. Perfect. Slipping and sliding walls. That book series is masterful. Or that book series art is masterful. Huge agree. Huge agree. Huge agree. Another door. It's been unhinged. With some meat, just some meat spilling out of it. What happens if I open some of these doors? Oh, there's just some eyes. There's just some eyes in here. Can't get in there, though. Spooky, scary skeleton? Or just a skull? Shooting skulls at me? It's very generous. And then we're back in the main room. Where's the other room? There's a couple other rooms I need to see first. So there's there's events also, you know, there's sometimes the map will get a little dark. Sometimes the walls will make noises and start spinning. There's some young fellow over there. There's one of my favorite things about this map is this zone over here. And the zombie that shows himself, our friend, who just shows up and does a little bit of a shout at us. But there's this ominous cavern in the distance. This crater. There's this crater in the distance that's got concrete mixed with meat. Concrete. I don't know what it is. I don't know why it's on fire. Is there something in there? Maybe. What's the zombie doing down there, too? The butthole. It's... Things like this are kind of just little weird things that make me really interested in making stuff, because it's kind of boring, in my opinion, to just make something that you see over and over again. And we see houses all the time. We see concrete all the time. We see grass all the time. How often do you see this? I mean, probably not very often. There's also the fact that it's made of meat. It's made of people. It's soylent green. It's made of people. The house is alive, and maybe I just feel more connected to it because I relate to it. I don't know if I've thought of that. Another little meat cave locked behind the safety of this plane here. I quite like that. Just some tunnels, doing a little bit of tunneling. More event stuff. Red 40 in the walls. The meat coming out of everything reminds me of the game West of Loathing. I gotta check that out. The currency in that game is meat? That's funny. I gotta check that out. There's this ominous butcher's den with these butcher hooks and just a charred corpse hanging from the roof, as I'm sure we've all done in our apartments. Some zombie pieces. Don't quite know what was going on here. We got a little friend here too. We got an ominous black hole. Oh, jump scare. Didn't see that coming. Hello, friend. We just got a zombie here. So you're never really alone in the live house. You got the house, which is alive. You got you, and you got your little zombie friend here. That pathway in the back too. It might just seem like they needed somewhere to look like the zombie came from, but again, you know, what's back there? I don't know. Probably nothing. Still interesting though. Still cool though. Half-Life Burnt Corp texture number 5. Never ask the Half-Life texture artists where they got the reference material for that corpse. That's where I store my corpse when it's not on display on Halloween. Where else exactly? Where else are you gonna show your stuff? There is a little bit more here that I want to show off. Just walking through this place, as kind of demented as it is, it feels cozy. It feels cozy to me. There was a sort of liminal quality to this kind of stuff when I was exploring it as a younger person, and I think that still holds true. This corner here. Ooh, some eyeballs? You know, I actually made a painting about this a long time ago. I wonder if I can find it. Let me see if I can actually find this painting. I like posted about it. I like made a post about it on Reddit a long time ago. I don't know if I deleted it. Funny thing about this post, I posted it on the surreal subreddit, I think, like for surrealist paintings and stuff. And I think one person was just like, cool, but it's not surreal. And I was like, dang, my heart. My heart. Wait, is it not here anymore? 5 years ago. Oh, I found it. Wait. No, dude. Wait, where is it? There's no way I deleted it, right? Oh, I found it. Wait, no, Sigil of Viscera. Wait. R/ Path of... Why was I posting in Path of Exile? Wait. Oh, did I delete it? Hold on, I gotta find it. Does r/surreal not work anymore? Wait. Sure. Is there a way I can check the media that I've posted on Reddit before? Sigil of Viscera. That's the wrong one. Psych, that's the wrong number. My heart! I loved her! Ree! Mythical character. Miserable. Dude. Wait, did I delete it? Hold on. Or did I just like post it to my profile? Hold on. Saved maybe? No. History. Downvoted? Wait, you can see you're downvoted on Reddit? I didn't know that. It's not that one. Does the meat walls bring the property value down? Wait, you found it. How did you find it before I did? What the heck? I couldn't even see it. Wow, thank you. Okay, so this is it. Yeah, dude. This was a long time ago. Wow, 7 years ago. Does it look similar? Wait. Oops. Does it look similar? Kinda. You're just goated. How did you see it? Good but not surreal. 2 downvotes. Wait, did he get downvoted? Good but not surreal. Pretty funny. This photo, this or this like kind of image that I made, this was on one of those like Michaels canvases that you get for like $1 or $10 or something. And I'm gonna be honest, I didn't really want to paint this painting right here, so I just drew some lines, but I'm pretty sure what I did was I clipped a little bit into the ground here to get like or I think I clipped into the wall, or maybe I just omitted it. I think I just sort of omitted it. I like flew to maybe right here. I can't believe you found it, Pikaku. That's so funny. I'm pretty sure I flew to like right here. And then, yeah, I sort of just drew it or painted it, I guess. But anyway, this is just proof, okay, that I 7 years ago was very obsessed with these kinds of things, okay? These things have not left my mind. I think about this map at least once a week, if not more. It's a very important map to me. And it's just a hallway. It's just a hallway. I would never paint something like this. It's just a hallway. But what's going on here? There's some eyes over there. I thought that was kind of crazy. I wasn't seeing a lot of stuff like this too. I didn't have as much exposure to kind of weird surreal games. I was consuming pretty mainstream stuff. I was playing Call of Duty. I was playing, you know, Elder Scrolls games. Like I wasn't really exposed to the stranger parts of the internet until I started playing Gary's Mod, and then it's all been downhill since there. But you know, anyway, why is my sensitivity so high? Hold on, whatever. Jesus. Oops. How did I change it before? Oh, I right clicked. Okay, there we go. So more paintings. That's the other thing about Nipper as well, is that they will share a lot of their favorite artists' paintings. So there's a lot of H.R. Geiger and a lot of there's some Salvador Dali as well. Imagine being a thing enjoyer. Imagine enjoying anything. There's this room here. Don't know what these swirly swirlies are about. We got some rain. You know, you can just feel like you can leave this place. You just feel cozy enough to want to live here because the rent's probably pretty cheap. It's a big house though. I'd imagine it's really expensive regardless. Something that I feel like is actually a reference to his other maps that he does is just this upside down strange little corner here. Or I guess, I don't know what you call this part of the ramp, but the other maps, I won't go through all his maps today. I could talk about this. I could talk about this stuff literally forever, and I kind of think I will at some point, but there's other maps I want to talk about. This really makes me think of those other maps. Hints. And we also got some on the roof as well. Just weird things. No normal person would do this. And that's why it's so important to me. Okay, I think we low-key covered most of it. You know, and there's a couple reasons why this map and a lot of these maps in general have stayed with me, and it's because I didn't just look at them passively. I actively engaged with the map. I actively played Trouble in Terrorist Town here. I actively played Counter-Strike here. I actively played... I enjoyed myself on this map in addition to enjoying the map itself. It elevated the experience to something that I won't forget. There's certainly other things that people have made that are similar to this, but they didn't hit me as hard because I didn't play TTT on them. God, I hate those meat squelching footsteps noises, but I love them. They're a little bit crazy. This almost feels like something you'd see in Half-Life, but also this texture, I really want to know where he got this texture from. It almost looks like gelato or some kind of cherry gelato. I don't know if he used real meat. I gotta start taking pictures of the inside of my mouth for good meat textures. Polish Miku. Bobber. Little indent here with more charred corpses. So, I'm a big fan. Ooh. The other fun thing about these maps is they always have some kind of gimmick. Cherry pie texture. You got to make a house with carne asada walls. Maybe we're gonna be thinking about what we want to do after this too, because I really want to do another live house inspired thing. We'll see what that looks like. Maybe it's just a Blender render. I don't know. Maybe it's just a Blender render. I think if I can supplement the things I'm making with something like this, where I'm able to share what's so interesting about it, is it will elevate it to the point that I want, which is in addition to there being art that shows the things I'm interested, I'm also like present. Got free lunch today, and that's always a good thing, but shit, the shit you got wasn't very good, and now you want a large burger. That sounds dank. Dude, we had free food at work yesterday, and it was so good. It was so good. There's the zombie. It was, they had like a catering event, but I got there a little late, so it was kind of dry, but that was my bad. But we had like hash browns and pancakes. It was fire. A burger would have been good. So, and if you take a look at the map as well, it looks like we're in the side of this cliff here too. There's this pit, and it's like this house kind of emerged from it. There's just so many questions. But every map worth its salt has some kind of gimmick where you tell people who haven't played the map to do something and they get punished. There's this door. You tell them, hey, there's an op behind this door. Oh, really? I can't die. Okay, well, that was anticlimactic, but it's supposed to kill you. I'm invincible, I guess. Pretend I died for dramatic effect, and there's some eyes. If you were playing a regular game, you wouldn't live that. So just imagine the squelching. Actually, I wondered why I'm alive here. God. Why don't I take damage? Am I just... Oh, I think I have a mod that makes me invincible. Yeah, I do. Joey just died on stream. Oh my god, I died. Let me see if I can... find that. Do I just have God mode on? Wait, why am I... Oh, no, actually, why am I invincible? These are the only mods that I have installed. God, Vertigo is so good too. God. 0. God mode. 0. What? SV underscore cheats 1. God. 0. Kill. Joey suicided? Why am I Kleiner? Hold on. Player model. I always liked the Barney model. we don't talk about this one. Where is Barney? Where the heck is Barney? Am I blind? Oh, he's right here. Second one. Okay. Should we call someone? Joey, wake up. Wake up, please. I'll make sure I have where's... Wait, what the heck? Streamlabs. Oh, there we go. That was weird. I can't believe you committed to sewer slide. No, sewer slide, no. I can't believe you committed sewer slide. It's very sad indeed. Let me see if this actually kills me. So, you know, you can always tell somebody's never played this map before. There's not behind here. And then live. That's so cringe, dude. Okay, well, I don't know why I don't take damage. God mode? Wait, hold on. Why am I invincible? Oh my god, wait, invincible reference? God 0. Dude, hold on. Huh. I must be, wait, hold on. I must be invincible, or the map just doesn't kill you if you're holding the camera out. One of these does something where you just can't die, surely, right? Maybe you just don't die. We'll just pretend. This guy just heckin' unalived himself, not poggers. that is definitely how I would react. All right, let's go back. I think there's a secret room here. Oops. Oh yeah, I have my keys bound to say some stuff. So I used to want to play that map. That's a sneak preview. Vote map Amsterville. Amsterville is one of my favorite maps of all time. And I had a key bound to automatically vote for it because I always want to play it. Roblox yourself is cringe, totally skibbity bam. Default dance. Oh yeah, I've got some commands in here. Epic. Okay. So, you know, with these maps, you can always you can just fly around too. There's somebody who did a painting of Dust. I don't know the actual call out position, but it was like the corner between B site and CT spawn, that little inside area. They made a painting of that and it is pretty exceptional. And now every time I fly out of bounds, I think, yeah, like that's something that we should see more actually. You know, there's a whole generation of people who are exposed to this kind of stuff, and I think it's unironically been breaking into the world of fine art quite a bit. There's a lot of people who've been making actual paintings about low poly, not even low poly, but this kind of awkward era of graphics. And I mean, Half-Life still looks pretty good, and it looked pretty incredible for the time, especially. F is the classic. There's this little rope area here. I'm just trying to see if I missed anything, but the thing about these maps is, in addition to them being something that somebody just made for fun, there's such character in them. This is the kind of map where you play it and you think, oh, this looks like something Nipper would make. And that's kind of what's so, that's what's so beautiful about this kind of thing, is it's an art form that I think isn't always appreciated, especially by people who aren't really involved in these spaces. I've never met Nipper myself, but I don't know what he's up to, but I'm sure that he knows how much, you know, these maps have affected people. Because I'm talking about it in a very dramatic way because it's like a pretty important thing to me. Jeff Nibbard, science-based fitness influencer. Someone told me he's like working in game design somewhere or level design, which would make sense. He hasn't posted in a long time, but I think he's still active. He just like probably has. He's probably just like a normal dude with a job and kids. I don't think he. I mean, maybe he's working in game design. I don't know, but having real photos of just your mouth, the gaping maw, in this room. Oops. It really makes me want to make something inspired by it. And that's why I did that eye painting. That's why I'm going to make another thing too. Is there anything else I didn't look at? Sometimes he's got some secrets as well. Some of his other maps are so convoluted. Some of his other maps have so much going on that it would take forever to cover them. They're huge. And I don't know how you play TTT on a map like that. Back in the day when you had full servers, you could play TTT on a map like this, and it was a pretty fun game. And it didn't feel, maybe sometimes it would feel drawn out, somebody camped, but that's why you got a timer. You could probably hide, but when people played the map enough, they knew all the little nooks and crannies in the corners of how to get everywhere. So it's not just that he made something like a painting. He made it so functional that other people were forced to learn about it and learn the mechanisms of the area. I love this map. DE Livehouse actually changed my life, as weird as it sounds. It really did. It really made me think so deeply about what I want to make and why and how I want it to affect people. I don't even do level design like that, and I don't really have that much of an interest in it. But the striking image of just something like this, just looking down and seeing this mouth. Where else do you see something like this? In Counter-Strike. Really not many other places except for a Nipper map or like a Nipper inspired map. You know what I mean? So I love it. So I'm gonna take my snip tool and I'm gonna capture parts of the map that I like a lot. Take a little snip. Ooh, camera change. And do I just get the whole thing? I guess I just do, fuck it. That might be a little bit aggressive actually. No. I think we'll, oops. Do this. Can I practice my dentistry on that mouth? Absolutely you can. Let's make a folder here. Desktop. Call this Livehouse. So I'm just gonna like take pictures of random stuff that I see. Whoops. Dude, there's so many maps that are just so good, man. I gotta take a hydro check though. The map gets dark, ominous, scary. The meat cave. How can you deny the meat cave? I feel like the meat cave comes up in some of the things that I've made. And it connecting to just a normal space. I feel like I gotta take a picture of the meat cave. Whoops. Where's the meat cave? Do you guys feel similarly about these kinds of things? Whoops. The meat cave. Meat cave. I didn't name it. Because it's not even so much that I need, like, it really is like an inspiration board. Do you ever make those, you know? Who up caving day? Oh. Who up caving day me right now? Again, there's the hole, but yeah, I mean, do you feel similarly about these kinds of random things that honestly feel inexplicable? There's not a lot of, I guess, logic to the reason as to why I like these kinds of maps and these things. It's just something that I gravitate towards. It's weird. It's really weird. and it's weird in a creative way. It's weird in a inspirational way. You know, it's weird in a unique way. I 100% understand, but I don't think I relate personally. Yeah. Well, there's whatever it is that you enjoy. There's also, I think that there's like there might be an undeniable similarity. Whoops. Let me take a picture of this. The corner here. Boom. Painting on the wall, maybe. Eyes. And you know, I can spend all day sort of just talking about the things I like about these maps, but at the same time I don't want to boil it down to some kind of science, because then I might just be optimizing the emotion out of why I care about these things. It's just cool. It's just a cool map. It's unique. You don't see a lot of things like this. The piano playing, and the weird room turning, and again, I think there's an element that will always be missing in stuff like this nowadays, where it's not like you can't do this ever again. It's not like you can't recreate that feeling of playing TTT. And here's the other thing too. The other thing is that probably one of the biggest things about this is that it's just nostalgia. I'm just nostalgic for this kind of stuff. These are the places where I had a lot of fun when I was a little boy. And revisiting them now, you know, it's not like I'm like, oh my God, it's the greatest thing ever. But revisiting it, I can look back and think, dang, I remember, you know, when I got stabbed in the back as an innocent terrorist here. That sounds weird. The meat corner, like, do I need a picture of the meat corner? Probably not. Never really had internet access when I was young, so all my inspiration from things are from single player games I played the shit out of, and some movies and books I liked a lot. Yeah. I mean, I totally agree. I think there's similar things there. I'm not a very good reader. I'm pretty low IQ, so I didn't do a lot of reading. I always felt like reading would have been one of those cheats where if you were really good at reading, you could just read a book and be like, dang, I have a bunch of ideas now. So now reading requires a big barrier of me being interested in the thing that I'm reading. Otherwise, it's going to be borderline impossible. Mostly games, though. Yeah, mostly games. Getting stabbed in the meat house is based. Yeah, love getting stabbed. There's the other thing about this that I don't know how much I thought about at the time, but I definitely think about now that I make more things. The limitations of Hammer. The limitations of Hammer totally come through in every single map that has ever been made for this engine. You know, he's scrolling the texture here, okay, and you can see the corners here, and it's like I know how you could like achieve something like this, and it doesn't need to look perfect. Also, it's kind of funny that these things come in here. Like, I don't know, but again, you know, going back to the piano in terms of limitations, do I think that they envisioned it as just being a light that goes back and forth? I don't know. Maybe they wanted to have a person here. Maybe they wanted to have a model here or some hands playing the piano, but it would have been too much work because you'd have to make a custom model, put it in. You would have had to do a lot of work for something that's really minor. The fact that it's just a blue light is really interesting because it shows some of those limitations that they were working with. And again, that's one of the reasons why I get a little bit overwhelmed when I'm making things in Blender or Unreal, because you can do anything you want. The absence of limitations is the enemy of creativity, my friends. The meat room. Your meat becomes a part of Meat House when you're stabbed here. Yeah. Yeah, maybe it's like when you die here, you become part of the house. But again, you know, in Hammer, and it's not like these things are easy to make in Hammer either. I mean, it might feel like it. You might have an idea and then want to make it in Hammer, but the reality is it's a little bit difficult. It's a little bit difficult to do that. It requires a lot of patience and a lot of testing. But seeing, you know, the corners of this blob, it's just displaced terrain. It really is something that I think if you were to see this, in a modern game, you probably wouldn't think about that. You probably see stuff like this in the new Call of Duty maps all the time. Except the difference is that it looks real. It looks one-to-one like how it might look in real life. That's kind of the big difference there. Seeing stuff like this when I was younger, seeing the low poly things and like GameCube games and source maps, there's a way, it's not just the nostalgia, but it's the essential aspect of what's there. Whatever is there is exactly what needs to be there, and there isn't much more. Newer renditions of something like this might just be way too visually overwhelming, way too visually noisy, and that's a turnoff for me. I don't like that. I think you can make it work and make it look really good, but when you get something like this, where I can see the rigid corners of where the meat touches the carpet and this decal here, but it's got a charm to it. That's why I like this kind of stuff. It's charming, but it's not so repulsively real that I can't look at it. You know what I mean? So we taking a picture. We taking a picture. I have no idea what I'm gonna make. I kind of want to draw. How many times have I said that today? Whoops. Meat. Oops. So I'll maybe just take a few more and then think about what I want to do. We'll call this meat spill. I sort of want to do something quick or something that doesn't take very long, but again, it's like, do I do the rest of it? Do I make it into a map in Unreal? I don't know. So while this map may not be the most interesting, or I don't know how to say this. Let me think. There's for sure other pieces of art in other maps that I've played and other things in games that have directed my creativity in a certain direction. But where this map does have interesting components is what made me want to keep making stuff that's similar, making stuff that references this kind of time when I was younger and exposed to just weird stuff that I wouldn't have expected to see in a normal game in Gary's Mod or Counter-Strike. This map rizzed up young Joey essentially. This is one of many. This is one of many maps by similar people. We got a lot. I'm not gonna do it all today because holy moly, it's gonna be a ton. I want to just like make an homage to this map again. I kind of just want to do like another painting, you know, because I love it, man. I love it. Hell, man, I love it. I'd do it again. All right, there's one other thing I want to see here. We don't have enough time to cover everything. Many maps. Wish death upon me. Many maps. Many maps. I don't like that corner. Wow. Where's there's a specific spot that has some stuff behind the cage here. I mean, this is quite good. I originally, when I think I was doing that painting, I think I was gonna do this corner, but I wanted to have the eyes in it. So I was like, I should just do the corner that has the eyes. It's also verbatim too. I mean, I was basically just painting that part of the room. So, but yeah, and here's something that I think isn't going to be everybody might not like relate to, but in video games specifically, when something is behind a piece of glass like this, or some sort of grate, or there's some sort of viewport into another place, that just tickles my fancy. It's sort of like the aquarium effect, where fish are pretty cool, but when you have fish that you're able to see through glass, it makes it just more interesting. So even if there was, no matter what's behind the glass, to me would just be more interesting. It's a weird quirk that I actually don't think comes through in the stuff that I make very often. But that's all. There's like, I have literal vivid images in my head from when I would see stuff like this and think, wow, I want to get behind there. Like, I want to, you know, I used to love getting out of bounds of places as a kid. And I think just seeing something that was inaccessible, I was like, ooh, I want to get there. I want to go there. I want to do that. So I feel like this is something that I need to save. Mini maps. Wish death upon me. Windows. Windows. Oops. Picture. In the green dot. I'm not a big fan of the jump scares, but it is what it is. You got this big normal room. This is where everybody meets up in TTT, you know? I got some trail mix, by the way. I hope this isn't gonna be too loud. I'm like, I kind of need to eat something. It's getting late, but I'd rather just eat and vibe, you know? I don't know if you can get anywhere outside of this room. Let me just check. Oops. Meat cave. Wait, how do you go in here? Or how do you get to there? There's a way that you can take that. I don't know how. Let me find it really quick. Is it one of these? No, you can't get in here. And again, like, not being able to get in there, I mean, it's a little crazy. Oh, I think it's this. No, this opens up and there's eyes in there. The interactive aspect of it is also quite nice. I swear to God that there's a way to get in here. Is there not? Maybe not on this map. Oh, I guess not. I lied. You can't go in this way. Interesting. I thought that you could. I guess I'm just I forgot. Crazy. Yeah. That's the map. That is the meat map. And it's a, you know, it's just a map, but I love it. Anything else? Anything else? Yeah. It's one of those things, and again, I don't want to over-engineer why I like this kind of stuff. I think I could talk about the aesthetics forever and ever and ever. The contrast of having meat in all these places. I think the biggest thing is that I was just a kid exploring a really weird place. And stuff like this exists in newer games too that people are making that is just as inspiring. And, you know, I can't wait to explore those as well. So, the peak map. Dude. So, yeah, if again, and I don't even like making rooms in houses. I mean, indoor maps are a little bit weird for me. Which is kind of funny because I tend to make sanctuaries, but this map didn't really directly inspire much after the painting itself, because there were specifically other maps. I'll give you guys a sneak preview actually. I hope I can find it. I'll give you a sneak preview and then I think we'll we'll look at the other stuff. This map is so goated. It's one of his weird maps. He named his maps very like he didn't care about them. It's not Z, is it Blah? I think it's Blah. It might be Opus. I think it's Blah. Or is it Arg? I'm pretty sure it's Blah. One map that I love, like Livehouse is not even his craziest map. Livehouse is definitely one of his more tame maps. Let's go. One of these takes you out. Okay. Space Diner. All kinds of crazy stuff. These will always be more interesting to me, man. I mean, the thing that really bums me out is all the maps now are like Minecraft maps. There's nothing really wrong with them inherently, but it feels like people will just basically make, I don't know how they do it. I don't know if you make it in Hammer or if you make it in Minecraft and you port it over with some sort of tool. But I don't think this is the right map, by the way. Let me see. But every map is literally a Minecraft map. Oh, this is it, I think. Or this is one of them. This isn't the map I was thinking of specifically, but rooms like this are what I'm going for when I think of what it is that made me really want to make comfortable places. Wild, weird, starry skies, random singular tree with some light, bench. I mean, and just images in the back. I mean, I don't know if I would make something exactly quite like this. That's why I have to make my own version of what I think is worth making, I guess. But the 3D, the fact that it's in 3D and that you can move around it is really special, I think. So yeah. That's the map. Hold on, I'm gonna open a bag really quick. It might be really loud. Let me mute. I love trail mix. I'm gonna put these in pure ref. So that was a lot of yapping. But the reason I did that is so I can lead into what I want to make. And you'll notice that, and I'm noticing this, all the pictures that I took are of the meat. Of course you like trail mix, freak. Yeah, hot take, trail mix is super dank. So, you know, I want it to be known. I think this stuff is pretty cool. There's also just something really interesting about using images, like using real images I don't know whose mouth this is. And I don't know what this meat texture is. I mean, I think this is I mean, he probably made this one. He made this one too, but like it looks like ground beef. It looks like it looks like he took a picture of ground beef and then oversaturated it like crazy and made it look like Cheetos. So weird stuff, but I like the idea of making some kind of room that's inspired by this, you know? So maybe I just leave that here. Do you reckon I ever do that in Paint? Make it in Paint or GIMP? Perhaps. Or do I do my job and finish those other maps? Because those are on my list of things to do. I did the first part. I talked about it. I'm planning it and referencing it right now. Paint 3D, the GOAT. Why? Yeah, then, you know. I know how it is. I respect it. Oh, crazy. What else is going on in the world? I love procrastinating, don't I? All that yapping. Okay. The making some kind of room that's from these. Do I want it to be a Blender render where something happens? What do I want to do with them? I'm finally getting done with these engravings. Hell yeah, Pakaku. Hell yeah. Glad to hear it. Are they going to be part of a normal map or what? Oh, let me turn chat on. Are they going to be part of a normal map? What's the plan there? The things that I'm making in Unreal are meant to be, well, places that you would like lie down, you know? So maybe I would just do the same thing. If I make it a room where you're hanging out, do I just open Paint? Maybe I just open Paint and do it here. We got something. Texturing and substance. Oops. Hold on. Oh my god. Texturing and substance painters, so they're gonna be just maps for a few different things. Oh, I see. Okay. Okay. Cool. Well, I think what I did was a good organization tactic, because now maybe I gotta save my brain power for thinking. Okay. We're locking in. Let's make a room. And I mean, what kind of room would you be able to chill in, you know? Does it have, maybe it's like a, I almost feel like it's a, this place would be like a bedroom where maybe half of the room, maybe the windows sort of, maybe there's like some windows. How do you erase in this program? Whoops. I kind of want to do this in GIMP. Should I do it in GIMP? Nah. We're planning. Whoops. Okay, just kidding. We're doing it in GIMP. I don't fucking know. It's bullshit. GIMP. Tell me why so. The room. Exactly. Oh, want to see a magic trick? Hold on. The room mentioned? Want to see a magic trick? Boom. Wow. Now that is what I call epic. Okay. Let's make a new image. What do I want the size of this thing to be? Do I do the 16 by 9? Do I do the 16 by 9? Do I plan out the room? Oh my god, Tommy Wiseau reference. Do I plan out the room in a larger format and then do 16 by 9? Is the room going to be navigable, or is it just a render? I think I want to just make a room in Unreal that you can access. Right? Otherwise it's just a, I don't know. I think a Blender render could be kind of interesting though. Maybe I just do a Blender render? Fuck it. If it doesn't have fog, I'm more inclined to do it in Blender. And I'm also more inclined to do it 16 by 9. Similar to the things that I see here, like I want, how do I say this? I'm going to do it in Blender. I'm going to do the whole thing in Blender. I've decided. I'm doing the whole thing in Blender. Everybody that's asking me to make a game, we're gonna have to wait a little bit. I mean, I could just upload it to itch.io, just have teleporters that take you to each level. Could just do that. I will do that, unironically. But right now, we're gonna 16 by 9 this baby. I've got a plan. Yay! Yippee! So let me, okay, here, hold on. You guys, I'm stupid. Okay, hold on. Aspect ratio calculator. Please give me the loot. Oops. Yippee! Where's this thing at, Meg? There's one that I used to use all the time. Is it this one? Oh, it is this one. Okay. 16 by 9. So the reason I brought this up because I don't want it to be super I don't want it to be 1920 by 1080. The render will be 1920 by 1080. But I want it to be something smaller so I can work with it easier. That's too little. Maybe what about 1,000? 500 maybe? Like if it's too much, it's gonna hurt my brain. 900 maybe? Get a nice number. 506. Whoops. 25. Or do I wait? 1920. How much does it go down? It goes down by quite a bit. And it does correct. Well, 1,000. Is 1,000 too much? Let's do 950 or 850, I mean. 850 by 473. Why am I over engineering the size of my scrap sheet? What was it again? 850. 850 by 478. So the width will be 4, 7. What's the decimal on that actually? 1, 3. Okay, so 478. Whoops, that's the wrong number. Okay. 850. Who else do you know takes 2.5 hours to start an art piece? I don't name one other person. Bet you can't do it. I'm the GOAT, I know. Okay. 6, 7, 8. That's crazy. That's crazy. Me. Who else? There's no opacity. That's fine. Opacity. I'm kind of thinking like a room or something. Let's pull up our boys here. Do you reckon maybe I take, do I want to, okay. I don't want to just remake the map in a render. I want it to be a space where kind of something happens and it's a little bit weird. So what I think I want to do is like, maybe it's kind of corny, but I want to do this. I want to have a room here. I have a vision. Okay, I'm visualizing, you guys. I'm manifesting in my mental theater right now. What I want to do is have some windows here. Oops. we'll go full opacity for the purposes of this, and we'll even use our little guy here, and we'll even sketch out, and we'll use a rectangular-ish brush. I want there to be like a window here. Okay, a curtain here. All right, curtain here. Curtain here. Okay. This is a curtain, believe it or not. This is a curtain. Okay. This is a curtain. It's got striations. Look at that. Maybe a pole here. I don't know how high I'll go. But the more important thing, you know what, let's here. You don't even need to see the curtain. Okay, yeah, you do. I lied. You do need to see the curtain. What you also need to see is the window. The window. The window. Just the window? Yeah. Oh yeah. But let's move it. Oh. Wait, hold on. I should have done another layer. I don't care. I'm not worried about it. That's really flamboyant of me. I don't know why I did that. This is a bucket. Hold on. We'll actually we'll do it. We'll pretend like we know what we're doing. Drawing with a mouse is goated. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. That toilet scene with the hand, I want to do a similar kind of thing where there's something moving in there, but the meat is important, okay? The meat is important. I need more eyes. We need more eyes in our renders, okay? You know what I really like too is the Resident Evil eye. There's something about eyes in art pieces that are it's overdone, I guess, but we like eyes. We like eyes. Okay, I gotta add another layer. I think it's Shift Control N, right? Yeah, and then transparent. Okay. Let's get an idea here. This is one of the plans I have. Pretty basic, but it's a window. Okay. It's a window, and we got, you know, we got our stereotypical. Maybe the window is kind of open too. The window is open a little bit, something like that. All right, and then it's just a pane of glass. Okay, but there's meat. There's meat behind it. You love eyes? Aw. Oh my god, me too. Me too, bestie. Wait here, let me do the nasty with this a little bit. There you go. So we're gonna say this is some meat, okay? But it's not gonna be any kind of meat, okay? It's gonna be live meat, okay? Real meat. I'm gonna take pictures of the inside of my mouth, okay? And maybe I do teeth actually. I was thinking, you know what actually I think would be cooler instead of an eye? Maybe, you know what? Maybe we'll do both. There's this window here with meat on the other side of it, okay? And then I want some teeth. I want teeth, okay? So we'll do some teeth. They'll be low poly too. But I want it to be opened quite a bit. Well, we'll figure out exactly. Maybe I just get this shape first, since it's such a weird thing. You what? Look at this. The gaping maw. Do I have it open completely? I mean, I could do something like that, or I could kind of close it a bit. But what I want them to be moving up and down a little bit. Can I annotate this? I don't think I can. I mean, I could. It's a drawing. But I want there to be mouth. Okay, we got a mouth. And I don't want it to be menacing though. I don't want it to be menacing. Maybe we keep the chompers closed. I don't want it to look like it's screaming, but if it's shaking a little bit, like if it's just a mouth that's open and it's shaking a little bit, do you think that would be appropriate? Like I think we could do something like that. Whoops. Oh no, get out of here. Psych. The point of this is, let me pull up my mood board. Let me pull up my my constellation, my star of constellation here. I mean, because I want there to be some sort of place that you're looking into and you're seeing something that's very different than the rest of the scene. Is the mouth a little bit too corny? Should there be meat in the room as well? I think there should be meat in the corner. That's what I think. We got meat in the corner like this. Here we creeping in. Can it stanky leg? Maybe. It doesn't have a leg, I guess. But it can stanky leg. It can definitely shmoney. We'll have meat here, okay? And then we'll do some normal wall type stuff. But you know what would be cool? What would be coolio? Julio. Let me maybe what we do in it is like we take the Mr. John Lasso here and then move it down. So we control X that and then oopsie whoopsie. Oopsie whoopsie. I did it again. Okay. And then move it. Oopsie. I did it again, guys. I'm sorry. Oh my god, I did it a third time. Surely I won't do it again, right? Okay, we got it. All right. I want to move it down. I want it to be slightly open. Like it's just kind of breathing. That's meat in the corner. That's meat in the spot. That's meat in the spot. This is the meat in the spot. I want him to be breathing. I want him to kind of be like a mouth breather. So maybe part of it is exposed. But maybe it's not really a window. Maybe it's like, maybe this room is it's got bars. I like the idea of bars, you know. Can somebody just spit some bars right now, please? Really need some bars. We like square teeth in this house. This is a square teeth house. I do need some curtains. So these curtains that I want to do are going to be kind of dangling like this. How do curtains truly hang? I don't have curtains. I have weird curtains. That's an awfully hot coffee pot. Yo. Yo, Eminem kind of went crazy with it. So this maybe it's dragged out of this portion. Like he wants to, you know, the meat is friendly. So I don't want to obstruct it too much. In a real world scenario, you have a curtain thing like this, right? You have a rod. Some might say a curtain rod. On the curtain rod, you got some rings here, right? You got rings, okay. And then you do something like this, I guess. You're kind of like that. You like scrunch, or do a little scrunch. I do want like a portion of it to be kind of wrapped. Maybe it's like tied. It's like tied in a knot, or maybe it's like ribbed. Oh, wait, maybe it's ribbed. Wait, that'd be kind of sick. The meat is friendly. Horrible pickup line. Instantly police report. The meat is friendly. The meat is your friend. Okay, this is a pro vegan artwork. We are morally consistent in this house. So we do a little ribbing here. N as in Nancy, for the pencil key. I don't know why N is the key for pencil in GIMP. Never understand that. Wait, it's Scott. It's being weird. Was I doing painting before? I mean, whatever. I don't think it matters. It doesn't always follow my line. That's a bit weird, isn't it? It's got weight. Bro been lifting. Okay, whatever. It'll be a little bit subtle. So do I make the seal? Do I make the seal somewhat up? I mean, Yeah, probably. Do I make it broken? I don't really want the glass to be broken. I think I just do it like this. You know, I have it. Wait a second. It can't go that high. It would have to be opened the other way. So that doesn't even make sense. That don't make no sense. Maybe I just have the window completely open with nothing in the seal, because it makes no sense. I mean, does it need to make sense? Am I over engineering this right now? These will be chattering. They'll be little chattering teeth. Nothing more than just some teeth. We got meat. On gang. And I think it'll be moving too. We'll have some meat. We'll have the meat moving. Don't you hate when your mouth tastes like mouth? I can't stand it. I can't stand. That's why I'm drinking water constantly, to wash the taste of mouth out of my mouth. It's terrible. I don't know how people deal with it. It's crazy. When you kiss somebody and then you just taste their mouth, you're like, dude, what have you been eating? You're like, bro, I've just been chewing mouth all day. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Well, we got our window. Is this an appropriate thing to have? Like, the thing that I want to do here, this is going to look kind of similar to the other piece, but that's just by virtue of it being a room, a live house room. We're just going to do it. I'm not going to question it. But I think wallpaper, where does wallpaper start usually? Like, I don't know if I took a picture of it. Also, what have you been eating, mouth? Bro, I just been mouthing all day, bro. Like, look at this tile. Oh, wow. You know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of the hand that I made. That toilet hand. The tile goes all the way up. I took a bunch of pictures of Silent Hill too for that one. I just took a bunch of pictures of like dirty bathroom tiles and then just drew them. I mean, these walls start from the ground, but, or these like this like wallpaper starts from the ground, but my original concept for this was a bed. Like, I wanted to do like a bed. I actually do have a bed already made. Ooh. But it's a little bit low. It's a little bit low poly. It's also a bunk bed. And do I want something else going on in this room, you know? I'm thinking about the map, okay? I'm thinking about the map. The moving parts of the map are kind of fun. I'm not an animator. I think by default, I always push back against making something moving too much, unless it's something that I know I can do pretty easily, which doesn't necessarily make for a good thing to make, but I could push that a bit. I just don't want the scene to be really imbalanced. Like, if I feel like, you know what, I feel like the teeth can be chattering and that's good, and maybe the curtain can be like waving a little bit. The curtain can be like, and then there's somebody in the bed sleeping. That's, I think, a good idea. So, do I keep it straight? Maybe. I think that's not a bad idea. Can you get that last part again? I said I want the mouth to be like, you know, like Freddy, where he's like, good boy. That's what he sounds like. But this is the kind of noises that the mouth are making. The mouth isn't yelling at you. It's not harassing you. It's just. So anyway, yeah, I think we do some vertical stripes. I think this guy's got some maybe vertical stripes wallpaper. Is that going to contrast too much with this floor? Do you think? Do rooms even look like this? And then what is this? This could be just like wood or something. Oh, chill out, buddy. The window, we got the window seal here, and then there is the meat in this corner. Hold on. What are you guys even saying, man? What do you even mean by that? I just want to see what layout I could do here for this. I'm a little bit curious, and I kind of want to do something that's similar to the source wallpaper, or like the wallpaper that he used in that map, because I feel like there's some really good stuff. Most of it is the what's it called? Most of it is older kind of Counter-Strike and Half-Life assets. So there's not always going to be a huge difference in that. In the textures that are used. Like most of the custom textures are going to be the weird ones. Putting custom textures in the source engine actually isn't that bad. All kinds of weird noises too. But like these walls kind of start. Okay, this is sort of what I was thinking actually, like this kind of stuff. Like this just screams TTT to me. Bro, should we do a TTT stream? Oh my god. Wait, that would actually be so fun. What the heck? Okay, lock in. I don't think there's any bedrooms in this house now that I think about it. I'll probably go for something like this. I like vertical lines. I think the crosshatch. I don't know, maybe the crosshatch is kind of nice. It's a nice little texture. It's pretty much all going to be drawn by hand, right? Or by GIMP. Or that actually kind of scared me a little bit. Any rooms? No rooms. Ding. Maybe I think I'll just snip the wood. I'll do a very simplistic version of it. Or yeah, and I'll kind of decide if I want striations. Jesus. All the jump scares. Where's that map? Or is this? No. This is like the generic version of that texture. And that's the tile. We got a little thing here. How long we should do a poll. How long do you guys think it's going to take for me from start to finish to make this thing? I like this wood a lot. It'll make a fine addition to my collection. 3 years? Dang. It's a long time. If you do lots of rapid fire jump scares, does it become a bunny hop scares? That's the secret to being a really good bee hopper, is you get scared over and over again, and then you just go forever. You never miss a frame. So it's got these wood panels, which is kind of interesting. Or I want to do a carpet floor for sure, though. It's like some kind of blue carpet. The floor doesn't matter too much. Most of what I want to do. Actually, I haven't really thought about that too much. I used to really want to do a lot of vertex coloring sort of stuff. Ooh, I kind of want to do it closer to the materials that I'm working on now. So I think I'll try and make some real-ish looking wood, but keep the textures 128 by 128. Are vertical striations going to contrast too much with the curtain, do you think? You reckon? Because the wall, what I want to do for the wall is like take a really dull, as in the pineapples or the bananas. I really want to take like a dull pineapple and just take a fat yomp. Just take a giant yomp out of a dull pineapple. You know what I mean? What was I talking about? Dang, I just got really hungry. I want to make the walls dull, you know what I mean? Like with some thin lines. Although I guess the lines would probably be smaller, like pinstripe. I mean, it's actually this color. This is sort of what I was imagining. Maybe I had this image in the back of my head and I just wasn't thinking about it. Imagine using the fill function. I mean, it's going to be something like that, okay? We'll continue it all the way through. The curtains are probably going to cover the roof, so we may not be able to see it. We're probably going to have the curtains go like all the way over here. We'll do a little bit of scale action, see what we got. Dole Guatemalan government overthrow. Yeah, you know. Ooh. You know the vibes. Guatemala, Guatemala. Did you guys ever have to do those did you ever have to do those map capital tests where you would like, what's it called? You had to wait, you would listen to the song. Do you know what I'm talking about? There's a map capitals and cities map song for South America, and there's one for Central America too. Let me see if I can find it. South America capitals learning song. Let me find it. Guatemala, Guatemala. Is it this? Rock the Capitals? Yeah, it is this. Oh my god. Wait, is it this? Yeah. You're not gonna get copywritten, right?
Caracas, Venezuela. Caracas, Venezuela. Caracas, Venezuela.
What an absolute banger.
Caracas, Venezuela. Bogotá, Colombia. Bogotá, Colombia.
It goes through every country in South America. Can I remember? It's Caracas, Venezuela. Bogotá, Colombia. Quito, Ecuador. Lima, Peru. La Paz, Bolivia. Asunción, Paraguay? Is it Paraguay or Uruguay? Brasilia, Brazil. I don't remember what Chile is. Can I just do the whole thing? Oh, it's gonna do it right here.
Brasilia,
Brazil. Paraguay.
Bogotá,
Colombia. Quito, Ecuador. Lima, Peru. La Paz, Bolivia. Asunción, Paraguay. Never seen this in my life. We had to watch this so many times. Santiago, Chile. Did I know that? I feel like I knew that. Buenos Aires, Argentina. I mean, I knew that. I did not know that. Montevideo, Uruguay.
Uruguay,
Brasilia, Brazil. Oh, that's it, huh? Yo, we're kind of goated. There's not that many countries in South America. I thought there were more. But I see, anyway, certified banger. If you ever need someone to learn the, you know, if you ever need to know the capital of South American countries, you just say, hey, buddy, I need you to watch this. It's like that PV equals NRT song, you know, those things are pretty valuable. Maybe I'll rant about how that changed my life too. Brasilia, Brazil. Wow, thanks, Joy. Of course. It's like educational smosh is what the PV equals NRT rap really is. I like that the window is also above the thing. That does not make any sense. If in a real situation where this is happening, this is probably higher. Can we get much higher? And then we do like that. And then X. V, and then move it up. Gotta move that gear up. Probably go to like here, maybe. I think it'll take up a good center spot as well. Gotta lock in for a bit. Gang, BRB. All right, good luck, Pakaku. Lock in. And, you know, share on the Discord if you would like us to see progress updates as well, you know? I love seeing the things that you guys are making. I should do that at the beginning too. I should just show what people are doing because you guys are doing some really cool stuff. Did we look at everything? Let me see. I think I might be caught up actually. XDD. Oh, art resources. Oh, though armor paint is not free. Wait, what is armor paint? Oh, show off your art. Hell yeah. Michael Stryker made this, which I thought was really interesting. Kind of reminds me of Livehouse a little bit. A little environmental action. We got a road, turn it into something else. Oh, wow. Really cool. I like these. It reminds me of like when you're looking over like a bird's eye view and you just see squares for roofs. Big fan. Okay. Let's continue here. So we got some of these things going down. Okay. We're gonna want probably, if I'm thinking about this right, I'm pretty sure like window seals are gonna have, they're gonna have the trim, like the lower wood part of the trim be below. They're gonna be below. Like down here. So maybe the flesh needs to be moved a little bit. Like chances are the flesh or the meat. Oops. The meat is like down here. I'm trying to think about where I want the bed to be in this image. Because I'm gonna have the bed here, you know. It's gonna be, I hope it's not too similar to the last thing I did. I probably don't need, like, maybe just some carpet stuff or something on the ground, maybe like an outlet right here. Could be kind of interesting. There's like, we got an outlet right here, you know. In the bed, you got the bed. And then the mattress. Maybe he doesn't even, maybe he just sleeps on a dirty mattress. Maybe he sleeps on a dirty mattress. I like the idea. Maybe he sleeps on a dirty mattress on the floor. That's where we're at. We're talking dirty mattress on the floor. Yeah, dirty mattress on the floor. Blue carpet, maybe a gray. Carpets are usually white, right? I mean, I guess it depends. Carpets can be all kinds of colors. Maybe it's, I kind of imagine it being like a dark blue or something, like some kind of darker blue carpet, I guess. Now it looks like a Giants logo. Go big blue. We can figure out the carpet later. Maybe we can just leave it gray since we don't really know what it's going to be. Some sort of contrast would be nice, but what I do know is that the you know, the mattress is going to be a bit dirty, and I don't have a good picture of a mattress. I wonder if there's a good mattress in Gmod actually that I want to look at. I'm going to look at the mattress in Gary's mod. Any excuse to open Gary's mod. All right, so where am I at? I'm in the planning phase, or I'm in the drawing the concept phase. I guess the concepting and the planning are pretty similar. Yo, hey, yo. I don't know why I opened Livehouse. I could have opened any map. Mattress. Why are there two? Mattress A. Why are there two different mattresses? One of them is a different design. Why do they have the same name? This one's got like a floral pattern. I like this simple one though. Oh, and it's got some strings on the side. I guess I was wondering about the waffling, like the waffling on the mattress. What's up with the side? Why is it so weird? What happened to this mattress? Ooh. Do mattresses really have these things coming out of them? Can I fly? I can fly on it. Wow. Still crazy when Valve showcased the Source Engine, how mind-breaking it was, and people were legit worried they had to upgrade their PC. I mean, you know what's kind of funny is like, Valve Source Engine is so janky, but the physics would sometimes have you think you need a supercomputer. Because you can kind of break your game quite a bit. Still crazy over 20 years, we still use Source Engine, I know, dude. I wonder, I mean, what's crazy to me is that, like, I know that they're like, they've upgraded it or whatever. It's like kind of, it's different, it's better, you know, it's not the same Source Engine that was released with like Half-Life, obviously, Half-Life 2, but the fact that like Counter-Strike Go up until Source 2 used CS Source with, or the Source Engine is pretty incredible. It's pretty incredible. This is a weird mattress. I guess I was trying to look at like my mattress, but I have sheets over it. And I mean, I don't know if you ever played Cry of Fear, but Cry of Fear is such a good game too. I mean, Cry of Fear is just another thing, man, another thing. And I don't even have a lot of nostalgia for Cry of Fear. I mean, I played it when I was in college, I think. The first time I finished it was in college. So I was definitely not like a child, but the first time I played it, I was a kid, and it scared the hell out of me. I did the intro, and I got so scared once I got into the city. I was like, I'm not playing this game anymore, dude. I'm so scared. Like, I was actually terrified. Okay, maybe I just screenshot it. Hold on. I just want to get a good vision of the thing. Whoops. But Cry of Fear is definitely one of those games where it's so niche, I guess. But like, I don't know, it was made by like 3 people, and it's just so incredible what you can do with the Source Engine. You know, they did so much coding themselves, and they just made this this game that really was pretty powerful, honestly. Like, I don't know, it sounds corny, but when you play the game, if you played Cry of Fear, it's not just like a horror game. It does have like it's got a way more like emotional angle, especially towards the end. And it's like, I don't know, it's kind of like, oh, edgy, like it's a little bit edgy, a little bit cringy, but I don't know. There's still it's a pretty magical game. Pretty magical game. And then at the very end too, you go to like a town. You go to like a little town, and I'm pretty sure, I don't remember where the artists are from. They're from Sweden or something, or Norway. There's from some, I think, like Scandinavian country, I'm pretty sure. And there's a part where you go into a town, or like a neighborhood, kind of like a suburb. And it's so different from like anything that you've ever seen in the source engine. Like everybody has seen cities in the source engine. Everybody knows, you tell somebody, oh, like City 17, and that's what like a lot of cities just kind of look like. And they're pretty cool, but it was really interesting to see suburbs like that in the source engine. And then also there's a part where you use a boat. Like there's a part in Cry of Fear where you're just driving a boat. And like what other source game do you do that? And you like row too. You have to like row. It's not just like, you know. Ooh, I think the walls could be going down. That could be kind of interesting. But you have to actually like row the boat. This is going to be, I hope it's not too similar to the previous thing I did. And also, this isn't going to make a lot of sense if the wood thing is down. Maybe I just make this scene first. I mean, this is a good enough depiction of what I want. We're not going for accuracy here, okay? We're not making a real room. We're not making a real room. The meat, I don't know if the meat is going to be visible on the floor with this kind of thing. I mean, maybe this just is the floor. I don't know. Maybe we just stick with this. I am tempted to do more of this kind of pattern though, since I think the striations might be a little bit too much. And I use that texture that we made to muck about with it, you know? Well, we were doing something with it. We were doing kind of like weird, not the Veroni. What is that called? Avernect, help me with that. It's the type of displacement that's on the texture and like moves around with it. Whatever that's called. Let's go back and get this one. Oops, this is way too small. Let's scale that up. But people still use source because it just feels good. And I think it's not even, there's no way that it's purely nostalgia. Like I refuse to believe it. I just refuse to believe it. There's other games that, you know, it feels so good, dude. Like it just feels good, man. Okay, but is that gonna be too much? Maybe not. Could make it elevated. Do we need anything else in the room? I want this to be a good portion of it, of what's being seen. The biggest things to focus on here are just the window and the bed, and I think we'll have a guy. We'll have do I just have some feet here, you know? And they're just like kind of moving a little bit. Because he's supposed to be lying down. I envision that there is somebody just lying down here. Bum, 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 bum. Let's like move this up. Just some piggies, some duders. Wow, well, Are you guys excited that it is Friday? Because, oh my God. What a week. What a week. I am very happy that I get to not work for 2 days. Pog. Just a little feet. Don't know how I want to do this. I think the angle is going to be steeper if I'm going to be real. I feel like the angle is just going to have to be steeper. So maybe I start blocking it out in UE. I'm in UE. Oh my God. I'm still in UE mode. I mean, I could do it in UE and it would look pretty interesting. It would be kind of interesting to do in UE. Originally, that's what I was thinking. But I do like the idea of moving it into Blender, I guess. I'll know how to animate it if it's in Blender. It'll be easier if it's in Blender. I can use better tools to do what I want to do if it's in Blender. Man, I love the post-processing tools in Unreal though. Maybe this is just an excuse to get better at Blender. Okay, we're going for speed here. Okay, I don't need to import a bunch of textures. You know what I'm saying? Know what I'm saying? We got meat though. Do I open Blender? I feel like we've done a lot today. We yapped. We've looked at the thing. I still gotta record these. Maybe I record them right now. Do I try I mean, fuck it. Why don't we just take a break from this? Let's save this. I mean, do I really need to save? I don't really need to save it. I'm just gonna export it, honestly. We'll call it live ref. And you know what? We made a folder for it. It's like sleeping. You're sleeping in Livehouse. Yes, I do live here. And yes, I love it. Actually, I don't feel like doing that right now. You know, it's kind of late. Why don't should I play Half Sword? I know they made an update to it. We're playing Half Sword. YOLO. YOLO. I don't care what anyone says. We're half sorting. Microsoft VC distribution. I'm not going to get a virus, right? Oops. Boom, 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 boom. Wait, should I try and do Wordle? What the heck? Wait, why isn't it launching? Steam? Running install script. Microsoft VC redistribution. Oh. Oh. Interesting. Okay, well, it's installing malware. Well, that's fun. We love a little bit of malware, you know. Just a little bit of viruses, you know, just a little bit of malware. What's like the computer equivalent of the like STDs? Is it just, are they all the same? Because people name them. People name their viruses something weird, right? You know how often you need to wake up at 4 a.m. to prepare for your new work schedule. Wow. I salute you, soldier. Plus, I'm a little sleepy. Yeah, do what you need to do. Hop off. I appreciate you vibing. Thank you, Mr. Saturday Night. Thank you for staying for our like first ever structured stream, really. hopefully I'll get better at this too. So, you know, I'll be able to do more and share more, and we'll be updating it. So good luck with your new work schedule. I probably won't be live that much longer either, because I need to do editing after this. There's things I'd like to do off stream if, you know, if it's too late. So, hey, thank you for the Gigantify. Hell yeah. The emote's so fun. We got to make emotes too. I need to put more into the production of this. You know what I mean? So hopefully we'll budget our time better to do it. Good night, and as always, I appreciate that. I appreciate it. And good night to you too, Mr. Saturday Night. Stay safe, be careful, sleep well, and good luck. Good luck with the new schedule. We have to go gentle on this because, oops, I got to get rid of this thing. Before I was no pain. I got to turn these off. Is there a way to just toggle everything off? I was messing around with consciousness in this. Whoops. Can you go to the new maps or no? Wait, free mode. Settings. Oops. If there's nothing new, I'm actually not going to play. Hello? Oops. That's it. Dang. Crazy. That's crazy. Chat. Maybe we do a mega bonk. Actually, I'm going to do a mega bonk. I'm going to check if there's actual anything that's free. Like if there's new maps. Okay, it's the same map. W is not moving. Okay, that was weird. Oh. Got him. Easy. Easy game, easy life. I wonder if it's a sensitivity thing. Okay, we're gonna do Mega Bonk. We're gonna do one game of Mega Bonk and then we're done. We're doing a singular game of Mega Bonk, okay? There we go. Okay. Singular game of Mega Bonk. We are doing one game of Mega Bonk. Because we unlocked some stuff. Ooh, I have a controller too that I want to use for this. Settings, I guess? Yes. Audio. I mean, that's fine. We got some unlocks. I have money. Didn't we get somebody new? No, I guess we didn't. We did get new totems though. I don't like the banana. Should I try the monkey? No, let's just play. All right, so who can probably stay alive forever? I bet this guy. I bet this guy. And we'll do tier 2. Ow. Oh my god, epic. I'm gonna take a massive mouthful of... Whoops. Massive mouthful of trail mix, because I'm a nasty, nasty boy. Love trail mix. All right. There's a lot of these guys now. Green? Is that worth it? I guess 29 is not bad. Wow. Well. We want some of the sword stuff. Or the new stuff that we got. Definitely want help. I think aura is the move. Larger aura size for sure. I think we want no knockback. Last time we went into the new place, but we couldn't do any damage. Everything there was way too tanky. Also, we found the boss portal. Okay, we need to remember to keep the boss portal like close to us, because last time I would like run out I would literally run out of time to kill the boss and it's super annoying. Guy stands no chance. I wouldn't even drop a chest. Okay, this guy's got something interesting. Okay, I can't afford it. Crits have a 25% chance to heal you. We want attack speed. What do we want? We want attack. Oh, wait, don't we get a tome slot? I thought we got a tome slot. We probably want attack speed and like healing. Now crits can heal me. Now. Do I even do crits? Oh, I gotta raise my crit chance. Okay, I don't know how much they heal you for though. They heal you for a lot? Alright, I gotta get stronger. I feel like I'm kinda weak. I don't want any of this. Armor. I want lifesteal, dude. Lifesteal's OP. So, oh, this is tough though. I'm gonna ban Silver Gain. YOLO. There's an EXP gain thing now. Increase damage by 10%. Okay. We just want damage, man. We just want damage. We need to do big damage. We don't want knockback is the problem. We definitely do want attack speed though. I'm assuming it works for the other thing as well. The biggest thing is just sustain. It's like it's totally like Risk or Rain, I feel like. Sustain is just king. You know. We could go damage tome. I feel like I don't know how good the damage tome is though. Does the damage tome actually make it? I mean, maybe we do go damage tome YOLO. Let's try it out. I know we want damage, okay? I know we want damage. I feel like last time I just did not get a lot of value out of it. I gotta do the charging stuff though. The charging stations for sure. Okay, so we got attack speed and more damage. We're about as glass cannon-y on a tank build as we could possibly be. I'm also really slow. Let's just keep doing our damage up. And find those these things. Oh, there's two of them down here? Ow. Oh, a red one. Let's see. Knockback, difficulty, shield. I guess we just go shield. I guess this is where you could just get stats that you wouldn't normally get. Last time I was getting lifesteal, and I feel like that was the biggest thing. I think I went lifesteal and damage, jump height. Maybe we want more silver. More silver is always good. Oh, there's a stone golem. Attack speed. I don't want knockback. It's the problem. Can I kill this guy? Oh, I might die. Oh, I do big damage. I do big damage. We're goated. Oh, but he's gonna kill me though. I'm not critting though. I'm not critting a lot. I'm gonna have to get crit from a shrine. Oh, there's this guy too. I didn't even see that guy. Oh, gold skeleton. Hey, buddy. Can't hide from me. Got him. Time stop. Boom. Easy. How embarrassing. Okay, nice burger. I eat that. Wait, can you not eat burger? Oh, there we go. What does this do? That's a challenge thing. I don't want that. We do want more damage on our sword, though. Maybe knockback is good. Oh, Shrine of Suck. I mean, I'm probably not going to activate that since this is the first boss. Gold glove. Oh. Might as well just activate it, right? It doesn't cost anything. Swarm incoming. Okay, there's 5 minutes left. Can we kill the boss right now? Projectile count? Yes, I want that for sure. Am I strong enough to kill Thorny? Oh. Attack speed, please. Thank you. I'm not, am I critting? I feel like I'm not critting quite a bit. I need to find one of those shrines. Boom. Burst size. Oh, Shrine of Suck would have been really good here. Projectile count and damage count. Yeah, we definitely want that. Oh my god. Oh my god. This really is a beautiful game. Love the fantasy. Love me fantasy. Simple as. Alright, we gotta find one of those. Oh wait, there's a guy down here. That's probably, I wonder if I can afford this though. The affordability crisis is just too insane right now. Increase damage by 0.1% per max. Max what? Oh, wait, what? Increase damage by 0.1% per kill? That's OP. Oh, but the max is 100 or reflect. I mean, I want damage, dude. So I mean, it takes 1,000 kills to get 100%. Is that just how that you just get 1,000 kills and you have 100% damage? Kind of OP. Here, that guy's dead. I need more shrines though. Where are all the shrines at, man? There, big money, big money. Damage. We need more damage, please. More damage. I guess knockback wouldn't be the end of the world. The problem is I'm not going to be able to kill anything that I just keep knocking back. That was the problem I had in the other world. I get in the other world and I'm just knocking enemies back non-stop. What am I supposed to do about that? Can't run everybody down if I'm slower than them. It don't work like that. It do not work like that. We'll get these two and then we'll fight the boss. Damage and size. Alright. I am quite slow though, so it might be a problem, but hopefully I get strong enough. Okay, wrench is fine. Not getting really lucky with the rarities, but okay, we could just do a little suck. Definitely want attack speed. God, the dopamine really hitting. Lifesteal, baby. There we go. That's what we want. Ooh, yeah, baby. Oh, big damage. 1.5 damage. Oh my god, we're doing big damage. I feel like, I wonder if these numbers really just aren't adding up because my base damage isn't very high. I didn't get that sword, that Excelsior sword or whatever the executioner or whatever it's called. Oh my god. Please get Corp. Alright, we'll get this one and then the other one, and then we'll summon the boss. Duration. We'll do duration, I guess. Oh. Alright, there's another suck here. Nice. Easy. Alright, let's get the... Oh, here we go. Alright, we got a good one. Thank God. Power up drop chance or projectile count. I mean, projectile count's pretty good, honestly. Attack speed or knockback and projectile count. YOLO. My knockback isn't too crazy, so I'm not really worried about it. And at some point, I'm gonna have to get knockback. Like the only upgrade that would be worth getting is just knockback at a certain point. Attack speed. All right, let's go to the boss. Let's do the boss in. Where is he? Oh. Dude, I can't stop getting these things. I can't stop gambling. Please, gamers, put more gambling in your games, please. All right, big damage. Oh, I got a guy. Get damage zone level 7. Mega Chad. Thorns. Oh, I should have gone crit chance. Stupid. Whatever. I wonder if that increases, No, yeah. Dang, I want crit chance. Okay, well, health is good. Alright, the shrine is like over here somewhere. Dude, I could keep farming. Okay, let's find, Oh, the boss portal is over here, right? I don't think I've gotten anything other than a green. Are there only greens? Oh, Chad Ham. Oh, there we go. Just ask. Cool. Okay, where is he? Attack speed. Thank you. Get own Chad Ham. Oh my god, he's destroying me. Oh my god. Okay, well. Wow, epic, a green. Thanks, Chad Ham. Or whatever his name is. John Pork. Please. Already summoned this one. Okay, we're close, right? I'm cutting it too close, though. Dude. Wait, where is this thing? Oh no, dude, I lost it. I don't remember where it is. I don't remember where this thing is. How did I not get this? Okay, well, maybe we'll live. Wait, oh, I got that one. Attack speed, dude. Okay. Was I just up here? I was, bro. I actually have dementia. Wait, where's the portal, dude? Dang, I took a lot of damage for that. Oh no, these guys suck, dude. Okay, well, I'm gonna have to fight them during the ghost, but I think we got it. I have to get the sword upgrade. I've been neglecting sword quite a bit. Honestly. Oh, I found it. The portal's over here, right? Yeah. Okay, we're good. We're good. We got a guy there. Yeah, it's right here. Do I get this thing first? No, I gotta summon him. I gotta summon him. Boss a spot. Okay, I do good damn. Alright, we're chilling, we're chilling. We're chilling. Easy. Easy game. Surprised the bugs aren't destroying me. Final swarm incoming. Dang, I kind of... Did he just walk up there? Did he just do that on his own? Okay, got him. Easy. Defeat stage boss in under 30 seconds. Attack speed, please. Alright, I don't know how long I can stay here before it gets really dangerous. I guess I use this thing first. The easy, what is the easy multiplier? Is that actually a setting that I changed? Did I choose the difficulty when I started? Oh, you can change the difficulty, right? Damage. I don't want to go in here until, I don't want to go in here until I'm way stronger. Because last time, I got absolutely obliterated. What's that? I didn't even read it. Once the dark ghosts come, then I like can't really do anything. I kind of just gotta leave. Oh, that was the boss. Is this guy gonna kill me though? It's kind of cringe. Can I do my damage, please, sir? My damage to you, sir? Oh, I gotta go, gotta go, gotta go, gotta go. Oh, I didn't hit X. Okay, there we go. All right, we're not that strong, or we're not that tanky, I guess, but we do damage, kinda. Wait, these guys take damage now. Wait, why didn't they take damage before? I'm able to kill them? Dude, last time I was not able to damage anything here. Okay, do I just do way more damage now? Maybe last time I just didn't do any damage. Wait, so I could probably kill the boss, right? Just gotta make sure I gear up. Wait, that's crazy. Last time I went in here, I literally was just knocking everybody. Maybe it's because I had so much knockback. Damage to elites. Yeah. Try and get as many of these as possible, I guess. I should use the map more. I feel like I'm not really paying attention. Use the map. 29% extra damage, bro. That's crazy. Oh my god. Increased damage, yes, please. And the chests are so cheap. Is that because I hadn't opened many chests before? I mean, the chests were so dang expensive before. We don't really need this, but I'll use it anyway. Jeez, dude, I forgot that I was getting... I forgot that I had attack speed. Oh my, like, was never getting them. Oh, this guy's gold? Heck? How is he gold? Alright, I gotta find the boss portal, I guess, right? I have more time, though, which is nice. Thorns, elite spawn increase, or attack speed. Ooh. I have to assume, I have to imagine that the aura, attack speed affects the aura, right? I mean, if it doesn't, that'd be really unfortunate. I didn't think this game would go on so long. I should just summon the boss. I'm Mega Bonking. I'm gonna Mega Bonk. Oh my god, I'm gonna Mega Bonk. Power HP regen, power up multiplier. I mean, these Demogorgons, these guys are kind of scary. Projectile speed? Chunkum. Oh, his name's Chunkum. Wait, is that the portal over there? I actually can't tell. Let me just get this thing. Do not want knockback. Crit damage would be cool, I guess. I really wish I'd got the crit chance that I meant to get. Okay, I do okay amount of damage. That was really unfortunate. Oh no. I gotta remember to open the chests more. Or the vases, I mean. Oops. Let's do size. I feel like my aura is not very big. I need more aura. Last time, did I have a size multiplier? I feel like I was huge last time. Or my attacks were just massive for like no reason. I was like hitting things from so far away. Damage to elites or max HP? Let's do damage to elites. Do bosses count as elites? Age-old question. Are bosses technically elites? Swarm incoming. Okay. That's fine, that's fine. I think we'll be good. XP gain, damage to elites. This is good, this is good. Attack speed, damage, and size. Yeah. Oh. No legendaries, except for that one. I wish we could get the mirror. The mirror is so good. We didn't get... Did we even get a swarm last time? Maybe we did, and I just didn't realize that. Oh, hell yeah. We're like not even that much faster because of how slow we are at base. This is gold one. This isn't even gonna take longer to load. Wow, cringe. Dude, who spawned? Oh, Chunkum. Chunkum spawned that. Jesus, chill, dude. Damage, jump height, or luck? Well, I think I want damage. Okay, I'm probably gonna die if I don't kill the boss before the last wave, so let's try and do that ASAP. Damage. Big money. Oh, I guess you can like min-max, right? And oh, I should have upped my projectile count. You could like min-max and wait until you're gonna get one of those, I just gotta kill Chunkum, dude. He's so annoying. Oh my god. You gotta chill out, dude. I could get one of those, what's it called? Ooh, don't kill me though. No way, brother. No way I die like this, right? Ooh, that was bad. No shot. Okay, 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 we're good, we're good, we're good, we're good. Jesus. He's gonna give me a green though. Cringe. Oh, easy. Just ask. Gloves. Nice. That's good. Okay. Let's find this dang boss portal so I can move on with my life, please. Please. Oh my god. If you find it, does it just show up on the map? I don't even know. Baggy? I don't think I went this way. I'm probably gonna die before I can get to him. Is it over here, maybe? so slow, dude? Okay, well, the wind is blowing in this direction. I don't know if that means it's where the boss portal is. Do I just search the perimeter until I see, like, red striations or whatever? Okay. Now. I deserve that. I got a lot of money, though. Me and my friends, we got money to spend. Okay, I was already over here. I am so slow, dude. Oh no, I'm not gonna make it. Wait, surely. No, I believe. I believe. I'm a believer. I think this is the same exact way that we went before. I am a believer. Did I make it to endgame last time? I think I did, because I just knocked I had so much knockback that nothing died. Everything just got knocked away forever. Would like more damage, though. That's pretty huge. Okay, we can slow time. I guess I just go to where I haven't, which apparently is over here. Do a little bit of this, I guess. Cleaning up the mobs, you know. Aura, please, thank you. Nice. Aura in size is kind of OP. It damages them if they're inside of the circle, right? Like, so even if they've gone past the perimeter, they get hit if they're close to me, I imagine. Evasion. That's good. Where is this portal? Okay, locked in? Hell yeah, Pakaku. Hell yes. Please lock in. We're Mega Bonkin as a final move here. I just wanted to do one. I didn't expect this to take so long, but how was your locking in? What did you do? Did you post an update in the Discord? Do I need luck? I guess I go evasion since I'm probably gonna die. About it. Dude, where on earth is this boss portal? Where, my lord? I must have just gone in a circle like 20 times, right? Oh, whoops, I'm cooked. It's over. It's so over. Definitely don't heal as much as I thought I would. We need knockback, FR. So sad. But hell yeah, Pakaku. We all did a little bit of locking in today. I'm glad you got your locking in done. Hope you feel good about what you accomplished. Cause it's hard to find that motivation, you know, but you found it. Yeah. Every day, bro. It don't get easier, you just get stronger, you know? Oh, I found the portal. It's over there. Okay, but the final wave is gonna spawn. That's a little bit scary. Luck, crit damage, or max HP. Did you do all the engravings, or what did you end up doing? HP regen or crit damage? I want regen. Okay, where's the... Okay, it's up there. How do I get up there? That is not fair. Can you... Is it cornered? Am I... Oh, no, I can get up this way. Okay, well, it took me 10 minutes to find the portal, actually, which is not good, but hopefully the ghosts don't kill me. Money. Big money. All right, let's spawn the boss. Oh, he's... Okay, well, that's not a good start. He's a little bit faster than me. I think I might be cooked, guys. Oh, okay, cool. Spawn one in front. You've sent what you've got so far? Okay, well, I can check it out because I'm about to die. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Discord, please. Okay, there we go. That's not it. Where's my Discord? WIP laser. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Oh my god. Wait, this is so sick. Dude, you know what this reminds me of? Like when you upgrade a weapon with the Pack-a-Punch and then it gets all like engraved and demonic. You know what I'm talking about? Wait, this is really cool, dude. Hell yeah. And the king here, damn. So you just did all this, huh? You just did all this by hand? I mean, obviously not everything right now, but you did all the work just engraving it. Wow. What does it say? What does it say on the side? Roll bear. Ooh. Sleek. Would use as a skin for Maria in Fallout New Vegas. That's all I gotta say. Nice little ergonomic grip here. Hell yeah, what do you think? What do you think, Bakaku? How do you feel about it? It looks good. And the iron sight too. You're liking it so far? Hell yeah. I'm a big fan of black and red too. I think black and red is a go-to combo. Thanks, Joy. Of course. Of course. Of course. Black and red is looking pretty good. I didn't know. I had no idea that was going to be what you chose for this scheme too. I have like no creative. I'm creatively bankrupt. Oops, I died. Well, GG. Yeah, I was not gonna kill that guy. I'm creatively bankrupt, so when I see grayscale, I'm like, wow, that looks great. And then that's it. In my brain, I'm like, I see everything as just like de facto, that's what it is. So it's cool to see what your vision for it was. What was doing black and red for playing card suits? Oh, I see. That makes sense. That makes sense. I'm so creatively bankrupt. You're so real for that. It's tough. It's like, it's a weird thing because sometimes you're just like, oh, I want to do something, and then you think about it and then you make it, and then other times you're like, I can't think of anything, I'm useless. And that's how it is sometimes. That's how it is sometimes, and it's okay. It's okay because it's like we're batteries, you know, we recharge our batteries so that we can be creative when it matters, which is when you want to be creative, hopefully. So, hell yeah. Well, it is almost 10. I think that the move is to just, you know, find someone who's live and rate them. You know what I'm saying? Interesting. Who just rated Mango? Risky Biscuits is live. So is Brightside. I quite like these two. We'll do Brightside for the Friday vibes, you know what I mean? Well, Makaku, it's been fun. I hope you enjoyed today's weird stream. It was a weird stream for sure. A little bit different than, you know, what we're used to. But hopefully we'll get more stuff going, you know? Hopefully we'll get more stuff going. And I'm going to be editing after this. So was a nice stream. I'm glad you thought so. I'm glad I got to share a little bit of like what I like to do too. Fire meat talk. Okay, I'm glad you feel that way. Yeah, it's fun. I would love to do streams where I'm doing more stuff like that. And I mean, again, it's like maybe I just need to set up something where I'm like having conversations with like another artist or something. Like that could be kind of cool too. I think I'd want to wait until I maybe had more of like a platform for that, or maybe I'm thinking about it backwards. Maybe I should be doing that more now. But so there's like less at stake, I guess. But anyway, I'm a little tired, but so I'm gonna, you know, eat and then I'm gonna edit, and then I'll be live tomorrow. Okay. So I appreciate you being here, everywhere, wherever you're at. If you are in the world, YouTube world, Twitch, wherever you're at, I appreciate it. We're gonna raid out. Okay. Thank you for being here. thank you as always, and stay safe, be careful. All right, bye.